Very good. Very good.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Hi. Where are you? There you are. Hi.
That's a
Welcome.
great intro. And just so
Yeah,
everyone
how'd
knows,
everybody like
that's
the intro?
Marilyn's sons that made that
Hey.
that music.
Yeah.
Yes, our
Yeah, that was
lovely
amazing.
moderator slash logo person that helps Juliana did that intro for us, and my son actually composed the music. And if you stick around for I don't know how many hours we'll be on, at least 2, right? Sometimes longer, by popular demand.
Yep.
Then we have a kick in outro for you too.
We like
So
those.
Nice.
welcome.
Yeah. And the video
Hey,
kind of
Victoria.
feels Spider-Man-y, doesn't it? It's like you're flying through the spider
Yeah.
webs. And it's
Yeah.
got the cartoon, the comic book feel. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the whole
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, my
That's the professional level.
Hey, Electric.
Hey,
Yeah,
Electric
actually,
John.
I sent the video to my son,
Shitsuski.
and he used it to kind of compose the intro. So the music
Wow.
was, inspired by the video. So
Nice.
hey,
Nice.
Shitsuski in the
Shitsuski in the house.
Shitsuski in the house. I love it.
That's cool.
Shitsuski.
Good to see you, everybody. And we have a very special guest tonight that'll be with us probably shortly. Janice
Peace,
Golden
Doug.
Grady.
Face red, heart shape.
Yep.
Sorry,
So we'll have
that's
Janice
amazing,
with
Janice,
us soon. Yeah. So
That's great.
she will be popping in at some point. So we're so glad to be here and to see everybody.
Yeah.
Grand Theft with her hoopty. Hey,
Nice.
hey.
Duncan.
Oh, hi, honey.
Duncan.
Hey, Duncan.
Hi, honey.
Another crazy day in the holler. Yeah, we've got a house full of kids and dogs, and Apollo and his little brother Punchy are getting fixed tomorrow. So we got to bring them to the vet early in the morning. And so Punchy's here, and my kids. So if you hear dogs barking or people talking, that's why.
It's gonna happen.
That's right.
Oh, thank you, Victoria. I'm proud of him too. Hey, Sarasota Jerry.
Hey, Sarasota.
How you
Sarasota
doing?
Jerry.
Good to see you. Nice.
Peace, dog.
Yeah, we're okay.
Peace, dog.
How are you, Peace Dog? We're doing good. We're good now that we are hanging out with all of you, right, guys?
That's right.
Right, Chad?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yep. Oh yeah, I had that
Watch
planned
it.
earlier. I wrote it all out, and we never did the intro.
Oh.
It's okay though. It's okay.
Oh, you wrote it out. Did you type it?
I typed it.
Hello, number 5 and letter A. I hope you saw your intro. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was.
You are awesome. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
Love the video from Aaron supporting all the creators, including all of you. Yay, life is good. Yeah, we love Aaron.
It was nice.
He's a stand-up guy. He's got integrity, and we really, really appreciate his support and standing up for SPTV and what's right. And yeah, so we're just gonna move on. And I've been having putting on a happy face. We've been just focusing on our videos, but yeah, it wasn't easy. It hasn't been easy. I won't lie. I'm not into toxic positivity, but I care enough about what we're doing here that I'm just going to focus on that, and we're just going to keep going. So thank you all for your support as well. Really, really, really appreciate it. Definitely. So where's everybody tuning in from? People are just starting to come in. Aaron, I think, is still going, so we'll just keep moving. Victoria Morris. Marilyn, ignore any hassles you get. You have all of our support. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Yep. And SPTV family is tight, and we'll fight. Yep, we'll fight for what's right. We'll fight against the abuses of cults, and that's what we're going to focus on. Never in hugs. Thank you, Electric Boogaloo.
No, Electric.
Hugs to you too. We got Australia.
Victoria from
In the
Australia.
house.
Wow.
Clearwater Hibbing with Rock It Out with Kim D. Hi.
Yeah. Lots of Clearwaters. Clearwater, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
John
John.
Scooby-Dooski.
Shidzuski.
Shidzuski.
Clearwater, Pennsylvania. That's
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the big boys are saying
boy.
goodnight. So.
Oh, Electric Boogaloo. I ditched Aaron for all of you.
Oh, thank you.
My favorite. Oh, you're our favorite right now, too.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
$20 all around.
Yep. Oh, your $20 was in the mail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. I don't want to click over poor Julie, so I'm trying to. There we go. Hey, Mandy.
Mandy.
How are you? Good to
Hi,
see you
Mandy.
here. Hey, OBG Foster. Hello. Clearwater, Sydney, Australia.
Ooh.
Oh, we got Janice.
Oh, is that
I'm gonna let her in. Yeah.
Oh, is that what that was?
yeah,
I'm gonna add her to
let's
stream.
try to get her in.
Ah!
Hey guys!
Hey,
Oh,
Janice.
good. There she is.
Hello, Janice.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, can you hear me okay?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is probably better if I put the microphone here.
Even better.
Good to see you. Thanks for joining
Good.
us.
Very clear. Yep.
So you're already live?
We just went live right at. Well, I think we're a little late. We're about 9:05 because
Oh, okay.
Aaron just finished his stream,
Okay.
and we played a new intro we had, but we might play it later so everybody can see it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. How is it hot there in Vegas?
Yes, it's definitely hot. And it's so hot, I had to take the cover off my pool so my pool would cool down at nighttime
Oh, my God.
in order to
Oh
be
my
swimmable. It was like a Roman bath.
Wow.
It was so hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
What?
I won't complain then. I'm here in Vermont and I'm like, oh, it's 80, but that's
Oh, no,
nothing.
I think we were like 111.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wowza.
Yesterday it was 115.
Crazy.
Wow.
There I have a face. There we
Crazy.
go.
There
It's
you
much
are.
better. I was in the dark for a while.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh, Mark's in
recognize
the
you in the
chat.
dark.
I know, right? Feels much better now. I can see.
Which Mark? There's lots of Mark. Oh, Mark Fisher.
Oh,
hey.
both Marks are in the chat. No, both
Oh,
Marks.
hey, another Mark.
Wow.
Mark.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark.
And Mofo.
Wow, that's
Mofo.
great.
Hey, Mark.
You're blowing for good. Hi.
Hey, Mark, really quick. I got to be this
That's
guy.
great.
Mark Headley, not Mark Fisher. I got to be this guy for a second. Sent you an email. Need your advice. I'm going to make you find it in your pile of emails. That's all I'm saying.
That's
I
good.
figure,
to hear.
I figure if he knows that I'm sending it, that I sent him an email, he can search for it. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So I know it's only Monday, but it's a wine and not.
Why
Monday.
not?
Yep. Yeah, I've been drinking too.
Yay, Sonic.
I didn't bring a drink.
That's
I know.
okay.
I'm sorry I didn't give you the memo. It was kind of last minute.
Yeah, I should have had a koala calm with me.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
You have them at reach.
No, have to heat up
That's all
water
right.
for that.
I've heard a lot of good things about that. I'll have to try me some of that.
I have it
people are
every night before bed.
Oh, nice. So it calms you down.
Yep, and I sleep like a
awesome.
baby.
I need some of that.
Nice.
I have major insomnia. It's awful.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Start with
Unfortunately.
do you have some vitamin B1?
I've got like a multivitamin. I'm not sure how much is in it.
No. Go to the store and get some vitamin B1 and take about 250 milligrams before you go to bed
Okay.
because alcohol uses up your B1.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to
Yeah.
happen tonight.
Ah,
B1.
But yeah, some vitamin B1 should help you sleep better.
How many milligrams did you say?
Just start with 250.
250. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
do 500, but
Okay. All right. We get vitamin advice, and we'll get
yeah.
some Scientology. And if you could come up with some questions, or people in the chat can come up with some questions to help us study for the Jeopardy that's coming up, the Never-Ins
When
Jeopardy.
is the
Did you hear?
Jeopardy?
we
I'm
don't
not
know
sure.
yet. We're
I
not
don't
sure.
know, but did you hear
I don't
about
know.
that? Aaron said that he came on last week, and
Okay.
he wants to do a live stream, I guess, with us with Juliana, and do like a question thing to see how much we've learned, because we've been watching all y'all for many months, me for years,
Yeah.
and just to see how well we've been listening.
Okay.
So,
Well, you can always get my number, and while you're being questioned, text me, and I can, give you the answers.
oh yeah, good idea.
I think then we got to share the prize, though, which is okay.
Yeah.
Jeopardy
That's
is
right,
when you
Burke.
least
When
expect it.
exactly when we least expect it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have people were coming up with categories too, like stupid. I don't know if you can say this early in the stream, but stupid crap that DM did or something like that, like the categories.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Phone a friend. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, phone a
absolutely.
friend.
Janice is the lifeline. Yep.
That's funny.
Yes,
For sure,
definitely.
Angela.
Definitely.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, so
love the DM stories.
your channel has been taken off, huh? Like now you
Yeah,
have
I've been-
memberships and
Yeah, we've got membership now, and I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
And it's putting me, well, I've always stayed in touch with a lot of old timers, but they're now starting to come out of the woodwork, and we'll have some, good old timers. Well, we've got Neville. You've watched Neville Chamberlain?
Yes.
We have one coming out. We did a liability cruise, and I've got a whole bunch of photos from that from 1968 when Neville was on it and I was on it. My sister was on it. So Neville and I have started going through the photos and talking about the different things. We haven't gotten to the point yet in the story where we get arrested in Spain because we're illegally in the country with no passports, no money. So anyway, there's some good stories coming up.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I love all the photos. I know everybody says this, but I love. How do you get all those photos? It's amazing. So many we've never ever seen.
Over the years, people have sent them to me. When I started writing my books, some people are like, "Oh, I was going through all my stuff here. You want these photos?" I'm like, "Yes."
Wow.
Yeah.
And even
you're
just
the
a few
historian.
weeks ago, her husband died, and she's going through stuff and sending me the photos.
Wow.
Yeah, they are amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, it really brings it to life. It's definitely just you're like the historian, the OG of the OGs, we call you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny?
One of the very few that were. Oh, sorry.
One of the what?
I said you're
Okay.
one of the few that worked with LRH and still could talk about it.
They're one of the few left. Yeah.
Yep.
But you know what was funny is someone reminded me of, I don't know if you saw our last live with Tom Francis.
Part of it. Yeah, with
Part of it?
Shelley's ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'd actually forgotten about that. And then someone said to me, they were asking me questions about Tom Francis. I said, I wonder where he is. And then the next day, he pipes up on one of our comments on a video that we'd done. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Tom. So then Friday night, I'm like, we're going live tomorrow with the wedding pictures. You want to come on the show? And he's like, sure. And everything just fell in place. It was just amazing.
Wow. That's wild. He looks great
is,
too. He really,
Yeah.
better than
He
David
did.
Miscavige. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks good and he did good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Janice's photos bring all the people to life, seeing them happy and having normal experiences. Yeah, there were some happy times, right?
Yeah, there were. But the interesting thing with photos, they seem to only capture the happiness.
Exactly.
No one's taking photos of the other stuff that went down.
No.
Yeah.
No evidence of that. I know.
The LRH angry. Yeah. No.
But even in families, that's going to be the same thing. You take photos of the happy moments.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
baby's
true.
crying. Let me take a picture.
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have a couple questions. I can throw some in as we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Janice, what is your store again?
Oh, okay. In Los Angeles, we have a store, Peter Gillam's Nutrition Center. Peter Gillam is my dad, and that store's been there for like 40 years. And then we have a vitamin website called Vites, VITES.com. And that carries my label and my dad's label, which is Peter Gillam's Life Essentials. And that they have all the vitamins. They have the B1, they have vitamin A and D, and they have the daily vitamin packs and, liquid vitamins, all that kind of stuff. Then I have my own little store called Outback Naturals. And that's where I have the Koala Calm and the original Instant Cow Mag. I have plant source minerals. And at the end of the month, I will be releasing a new product called Joint Formula. As people get older and their joints start to ache, this is perfect for it.
Wow.
Awesome. And how do they do you have an online, do you have a website?
Yeah, outbacknaturals.com.
.com. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Everybody
everything
remember
can
that?
also, if it's hard to remember that, you go to Vites, VITES.com, because all my Outback stuff is also on that.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We got a
I
super
wrote it down.
chat
I'm
from
definitely gonna check it out.
John Scout. How do you say it? John Scooby Doo, we
John
call him.
I sleep like a baby. I wake
Stowski,
up
that's
every
right.
2-3 hours crying.
Wow. Thanks to the super
Yeah,
Take some
that's-
Koala Calm and some B1.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, wise guy, hey? Blown for good. Mark, Janice is banned from all game show activity now. Oh, boy. Oh, here's another one. He just keeps them coming. Mark, writing the SPTV Goldenrod issue.
Nice.
Now,
Did
you
you-
know goldenrod is a flower, right?
Yes. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
do
call
you know
it
what else
ragweed
is?
up here. We have,
You know
we have
what else
goldenrod.
goldenrod is?
No.
Okay, prepare you for your Jeopardy show.
Okay.
Every ethics order is written on goldenrod paper,
Oh, that's right. I've heard that.
and it's
yeah.
called goldenrod. So
it-
if there's
is it
a
yellow?
court of ethics or a COMEV or a condition assignment, it comes out on goldenrod, and people refer to it as the goldenrod's out, or they just issued a goldenrod on you. But it's
And
also a
that's-
flower,
wow.
so don't get it mixed up.
Okay. Now,
One
is
is
the
good, one is
paper
bad.
yellow? Is the paper yellow?
It's like, yes, it's more orangey, yellow orangey. Yeah.
Now, is that what they write your SP declare on?
Yes.
Do you have one?
Yes. I do.
Wow.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find it fast.
Oh wow.
I've never seen one. Oh my god.
Oh.
She just has
That's
it.
great.
She has it handy. That's awesome.
Didn't they say nowadays they don't really give them out because they don't want those people showing them off and stuff?
Yeah, I think it's because it's bad. You're giving me all the
Yes,
clues.
she is, Mark. Yes, she is.
I would too. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. Apostate Alex, I have a goldenrod that declares me PTS type D, so I'm officially PTSD with PTSD. Wow.
What's that?
Nice.
Did you
Oh,
see
he has
that
a
from
golden
Alex? Yeah. Apostate Alex.
Oh, okay.
I have a goldenrod that declares me PTS type D. So I'm officially PTSD with PTSD. Yeah, because
Right.
they like locked the poor guy in a room, wouldn't let him leave. And
I had that 11 days locked up.
oh,
Jeez.
11 days?
Yeah,
For what?
that's how I start my first book. Is being
Oh,
locked
okay.
up
I
for
got to get your
11
books.
days. Yeah.
Do you have
No
audio
spoilers.
version?
Book 1, there's audio. Book
Okay.
2, there is not.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
definitely get the audio. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
same
too
here.
lazy to read.
Is part 2
I mean, who
the
has
book
time to
going to be
read?
on? You know, Stephen, I have to take the time and figure out how to do that. Because before it was done by a professional company, but people were like, no, it needs to be in my voice. So I got to figure out how to do it and get that done.
Then they'll
Otherwise,
make
I think Kindle has a robotic voice that can read it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Right.
See, if
Okay, so we
if
got-
you do book 2, then they're going to make you go back and re-record book 1.
No,
No.
because then I got to work on book 3.
Oh,
That's
good point.
right.
Yeah, even better. Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's
But I'm
very-
having too much fun with the channel, you know, with Mark on peeling the onion.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yep.
background work. You guys put a lot into it.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
yeah, all the research and pictures and guests and interviews and yeah, absolutely. Okay, Linda P. Golan. Linda P. Golan is the one that coined the phrase that what is it? Xenu Nation.
Senior Nation.
And there's going to be some merch out that says Xenu Nation, right?
Maybe
Steve-O?
if Mark ever reads my email. Cough.
Mark.
she's saying that the goldenrod is more of a orangey yellow. Is that
Yeah.
what she said?
Sorry, I didn't even read it. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got distracted. Yeah, orange yellow.
It's an International Paper's Astro Brights color, and if you spray it with Windex, it actually changes color.
Oh, it
Like
does.
invisible
True
ink.
story. Yeah.
Are you sure? You can't really. You can always
You
know
sounded
when they're-
pretty-
I worked at Kinko's for 10 years. I know
Okay.
this stuff. I had Goldenrod.
Okay.
Wow.
Kaz Ferns, did you all see when Laura FM said that she has a printing plate with LRH's signature? She can print anything she wants.
Oh, there you go.
We can
Wow.
sign things, LRH. Wow.
First edition Dianetics. Here we come.
Oh, before I forget, we did have the YouTubers are PTS type SPTV, right? We
right,
did have a
OBG.
question. We did have a question come up last week for you, Janice, but I think you had probably already gone to bed. We were up late.
Oh,
They wanted to know when you were young and you were lighting LRH's cigarettes, what did you use? Like, did you have a Zippo? Did you like have matches? Like, what did you have to light it with?
He had those old like a Zippo.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
a
like
flip-top
the
Zippo?
flip top. Yeah, but also he had on his desk. It was like a ball with a lighter on top, you know, but the click
Yeah.
ones that clicks up with
Ah.
the kind of electric flame.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, like one of
Yeah.
those
Wow.
kind of oil, like a, yeah. Okay, I've seen those. Oh, interesting. Oh wow. Did he smoke 100 cigarettes a day? Someone said
Should-
one of the creators said that.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
I
say
never-
we should ask that. That seems like a lot.
I never counted how many, but he went through several packs a day. And sometimes, though, if he got heavily into writing, the cigarettes would just burn out in the ashtray.
Right.
And then he'd relight a new one. I mean, he never, you know, chain smoked lighting from one cigarette to another. He always
Right.
used that lighter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why we were like, somebody was curious and we were speculating. I was like, was it like a candle, like Jack Be Nimble with like the candle? You know? It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
We figured you guys weren't
Yeah,
all
so
carrying
Janice
around
confirmed
little
that's
plastic Bics. So
No
The
plastic
what?
sticks.
we figured you weren't carrying around the plastic Bic lighters.
No. He kept the flip.
Classy
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
Rev Girl wants
Yeah.
to know, question, do you Never-Ins know what ARC is? I've heard of it, but Janice
Affinity
can explain.
reality communication.
That one. That one, what she said.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, what I said.
Affinity.
Yeah, that's the triangle, the ARC triangle.
Oh, okay, yeah. All
Affinity
right.
reality communication.
Now, is that in like one of the logo or something? There's like a
There
Is it
is
in
the double triangle
yeah,
Yeah.
with the S in it, which is the Scientology symbol.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's
And
the
the two triangles, the ARC and KRC, for boy, it's been a long time. Knowledge.
write this stuff
I'll
down.
have to think on that. It'll come back to me.
I gotta write some of this stuff down.
Yeah.
Chad has a typewriter. He's been typing up stuff. Right, Chad?
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Making
true.
your
That's true.
notes.
I do type up the. Yep, I do use it in real
Oh.
life. Yep.
This
Oh.
question
Channeling
came up.
LRH. Oh, Japan of Green Gables.
Japan of Green
This
Gables.
is a technical dictionary.
Aha.
Oh,
Oh wow.
we need us one of those.
Yeah, you do.
This is on the cover of the book Dianetics, the original thesis.
Yeah, so it's not the volcano, right?
No, that was
What's the
later.
answer?
Okay, knowledge, responsibility, and control is KRC. That's the second triangle.
Knowledge, responsibility, and control.
And the other one is affinity reality communication.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so I put calm. So, Jeopardy, this is on the cover of the book Dianetics, the original thesis. So it's not the volcano.
This is on the cover of the original thesis.
She has it right there. I just so happen to have it
Wow.
right next to me.
Is it a dog and a stick man? That's my first guess.
A
Let me
dog and
see
a
if I
stick.
have it. I've been trying to sell this all off. You know, this is all my dad's and my mom's.
Wow.
See, this is signed by my dad.
Oh, wow.
This was from
Wow.
his mission in Phoenix. But I don't have the dust jacket cover. So I don't
Oh,
know
so
the
what-
answer to his
That's amazing.
question.
Oh, okay.
So then
what-
my answer stands: a dog and a stick
Yep.
man.
Dog and a stick. Okay. No volcano. Number 5 in letter A wants to know, question, Janice, what was your mom and dad's official job when you were at St. Hill?
Oh, okay. My mom, she was in Division 6 and she helped run the mission network. And my dad was a course supervisor. And at one point, he was the chaplain.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did the chaplain do?
The chaplain would deal with people with marriage trouble, or
So-
someone gets in ethics trouble, and sometimes they need a chaplain, someone to talk to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is a good
But
question.
my parents had a mission in Melbourne.
Okay.
And then when Scientology got banned in Victoria, that's what caused us and over 100 other families to all leave and go to England.
Right.
And so my mom went first because she got declared a suppressive person in 65. And so she went to St. Hill to address that and decided to stay there because we couldn't practice Scientology in Australia. Police would show up at our house to see if we were practicing
Wow.
because you could be jailed for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we then all ended up moving to England, and that's when my mom got a job at St. Hill, and then my dad came later, and he was an accountant during the day and a course supervisor at night.
Wow. So you said your mom was declared a suppressive person by the church?
Yes.
And this was
Yes.
before St.
This
Hill or
is-
after?
This was in 1965.
Okay.
There in Melbourne, there was the organization which was called HASI, Hubbard Association of Scientologists International. And since we had a mission, it was our job to feed people to the HASI. So my parents would audit them and train them, minimum training, and then send them to the HASI for further progress up the Scientology bridge. Well, people liked my parents and the way they ran things so much that they'd get to the HASI and want to come back. And they'd try and bring people with them to come back to our mission. Oh. And so my mother was accused of ripping people off from the HASI. Wow. And it was basically her personality. I mean, she had such a great personality. So she ended up getting declared, and she couldn't, and it wasn't getting fixed in Melbourne. So that's why she went to England in order to get the declare lifted. And instead, and just as she left was when they banned Scientology. So she never came back and just stayed in England and had us kids sent to her there. And then our father followed.
Wow. Huh. I haven't actually heard of someone being undeclared. So that's kind of
there's actually steps called A to E.
Right.
And those are the steps you take to get the declare handled, and then you get back in good standing.
Right.
So she had to go through those.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that process, but I've never actually heard of, the testimony of somebody that said, yeah, I was declared and then I was undeclared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's usually I was declared. They gave me a freeloader debt. They told me I have to do these steps, and they're like, hell no, and just took off. But your mom actually went through it.
Yeah, but the freeloader debt is only for those who are in the Sea Org, or were on a 5-year contract on staff and never finished it.
Right.
That's where the freeloader debt is.
And your parents had a mission.
Yeah. My parents had a mission.
Right.
So they didn't have a freeloader debt. When they went to St. Hill in 62, they paid for their training.
Question. Janice, Hubbard said he only met one SP in his life. Do you know who that person was? It's a good question.
Who that was? No, I mean, one of the early SPs he personally declared was Cyril Vosper. But there's so many people who are declared SPs that they're not. It's a joke. These days, it's a total joke. You want to leave the Sea Org, you're declared a suppressive person. Because your ARC broken, which means you're upset about something. It's like the affinity reality communication broken.
Right.
And that means basically you have an upset. And that's why many people have left the Sea Org, because they're fed up with how DM is running things. It is what he is doing is what nobody believes Scientology is or could ever have been.
Right. Isn't it only supposed to be 2.5% of the population?
2.5% of the whole world. Where now there's probably more SPs outside of Scientology than there are inside Scientology. It's so upside down and ridiculous. It's not even funny.
Well,
but yeah,
that's a good question. Oh, question.
Sorry, I'll get out of it.
I've got 34 starred questions. So
I'm in the starred questions. I know. This was just here we go.
The cover of Dianetics original thesis had a pyramid on it. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
So cool. Thank you, Alex.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Steve-O.
No, I'm not clicking anymore. It's all you now.
Oh.
Nope.
We're like siblings. We're always like. No.
I started too much trouble there, so it's all you.
Who bickers the most?
Me and Steve-O, I think. Chad is just kind of.
I don't do it because that stuff happens.
Right, I just need to stay out of it.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Who is the most random person you reconnected with, or the biggest WHA moment?
Wow.
where you filled a gap and learned something new from connecting with an old Scientology contact? I don't know.
What you like? Can you think of somebody like you were surprised to reconnect with, like, or happy to reconnect with?
Well, I'm always happy. I've probably got more connections than anybody else of the old timers.
Yeah,
Because I've always pretty much stayed in touch with them. Well, the other day it was a nice surprise to have Tom Francis, write a comment just when I'm thinking of him, and there he is, and he's on our show the next day.
That's great.
That's great. Yeah, that is great.
Yeah. But there's not been a lot of surprises, and maybe I'll come up with something. I'll see if I can come up with an answer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if you think of it later. So this is Sarasota Jerry, Jerry Nodine. Question for Janice: was a relative of yours married to Scientology president Heber Jensch?
Yes, my mother. Wow. My mother is Yvonne Gillum, also known as Yvonne Jensch. And she was the founder of Celebrity Center. She started it in 1969. It originally was a booking office just to help the celebrities or the actors and musicians get them grooved in and drilled in order to go and try and get parts in a movie. So she was working with them to try and help them enhance their career. And from there, she ended up turning it into a full-size blow-on org. It actually became probably the largest org in Scientology with over 200 staff at one point.
Oh, wow.
Here's another Heber Jensch question. Oh, it's a Jeopardy question. Japan of Green Gables. Jeopardy. Heber Jensch, who is most famous for being Janice's stepfather, claims that Scientology cured him of what?
Ooh, I've heard this.
Ooh.
I never heard it.
Can I have a hint?
I've never heard.
Oh, you don't know either?
No, so tell me.
I don't know where I heard it. No, I don't know the answer.
All right, watch
I
the
heard
live chat.
somebody said something at one point, and I did hear.
Okay,
did hear
Japan,
this.
you got to tell us. You got to tell us, and then we'll live chat.
I'm gonna say gout because I know I'm wrong, but
gout, blindness. I don't know.
No, well, he did have. I know when he lived in Utah as a kid, there was a lot of radiation up there, and when he did the purification rundown, he went through a lot of blistering on his body, just kind of going through the purification and taking the niacin, and that was kind of running that out. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Nuclear radiation burns.
Wow.
Yeah, you got it. See?
That's cool.
Okay, another Jeopardy question. Japan of Green Gables. Oop, what happened?
I didn't touch it.
I double tapped, sorry. Jeopardy. This term means to slander someone in the media or online in order to discredit their statements.
Dead agent.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, okay. I was thinking like and theta. No, okay, that's not it. Black PR, that's not it. Yep. That is okay. See, I know some sort of along those lines.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Super chat. Thank you, Pete in Toronto.
Thanks, Pete.
Somebody want to read that? Because
Janice.
Seal,
go ahead.
SEAL members like AA Ron have said that's where they learned to swear. They're like actual sailors. Was it that way with your generation?
It's a good question.
I did learn how to swear like a sailor, but I could also be a lady. It depended, what the mood was and what was going on. Hubbard used to swear, but he didn't swear in his regular speech and talking to people.
Right.
Which is something that Miscavige does and many other people. But just having a regular conversation, he wouldn't swear. But if something got him really angry about something, those words would come flying out of his mouth. And later on, he would apologize for his French.
Wow.
Excuse my French, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh, you feel those phrases out as a question. She's a stickler.
I've
Juliana.
never played Jeopardy before.
She's our Claire. She's our Claire.
Oh,
by
this
the
question-
way.
I'm just the answer in the background.
There you go. What is dead agent? There's the right way to say it.
Yep.
What is dead agent? Okay. Can I click or is somebody else gonna click?
I'm not touching. I have not touched.
I'm not touching
Okay.
it unless
I think it's
I'm
me and
told to.
Juliana.
Any
Stephen Britton.
eucalyptus oil? You mean like tea tree oil? Melaleuca? Is what is that? I don't know.
Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is a plant, isn't that what koalas?
Eucalyptus is the gum trees, eucalyptus trees. We call them gum trees, and those are the trees the koala bears live in.
Yeah.
And they
yeah.
eat
Wow.
the eucalyptus leaves, and they get high on the leaves.
Really?
They're stoned out of their minds. That's why they're so slow and
oh wow.
They're so
Yeah.
cute too. They were like my favorite as a kid. Janice, glucosamine.
glucosamine.
He wants to know what your products are. Do you
I think
have
that's-
eucalyptus oil? Do you have
That's gotta be in her joint stuff, yeah.
Yeah, in the joint stuff, we've got that type of stuff, but we have all what's in the joint formula. You know what, Terry? Can you email me at janicegillamgrady@gmail.com, and I'll send you a whole thing on the joint formula. It's actually, my son had one before, a formula which has worked great, but we've just improved it, and it's coming out under my label. And it's in manufacturing right now, and I'm supposed to have it in a week and a half. So I'll be releasing it then. But I can send her what's
Wow.
all in it and everything.
nice? Destiny Salzar. Well, Janice, I've used the Outback formula for my fibromyalgia pain. I had no idea it was from you. Small world. Outback formula. What is that? I have fibromyalgia. I need it.
I have 3 products right now on Outback. So I'm not sure if it's the Calm. I have Plant Source Minerals, which is a fulvic and humic acid. She's been swimming.
Nice.
Hey, it's hot out. It happens. I've got 2 doggies running around that are going to get neutered tomorrow, so they're having fun tonight. But tomorrow
Oh
morning,
yeah, tomorrow's another day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, you want to just say hello?
Hello, beautiful.
Okay,
Aw,
go get some clothes on, honey.
we in the pool. Nice night for. Oh wait, it's early there, right? How many hours are you different? From
Yeah, it's only
Eastern?
quarter to 7 here.
It's not bad.
Oh, good.
Denver Steve-O.
Yeah. Oh, have been
Denver
frozen?
Steve-O have been recommending your Down Under vid.
He froze.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a flicker, and I vanished for a second, and then Janice vanished for a second. Denver Sevo have been recommending your Down Under vid. Being an Aussie, love it. So well done. Watch when feeling down. LOL. Well, thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it. And there's a lot of pictures of Mike, so it's. That was I put that together for Mike's birthday.
Right.
That was a fun video to do. So, thank you, Victoria. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great video.
Oh, here's a recommendation from Angela. Tip: keep the cell phones below the camera. We got to practice. When texting Janice for
you got
answers.
to practice so you're not looking down.
Yeah, Angela, what you don't know is I've been texting Janice this whole time. So
Practicing.
that's right. That is a pro tip.
Okay.
Well, I've been in communication with LRH, so I'm going to get the direct answers directly.
Oh, from Target too.
Oh, who's been in communication with LRH?
I'm just kidding.
Chad.
Who hasn't?
I said I was. For the
Chad and little mini Chad, the doll.
Yep.
Right.
All right, Jeopardy question. This is said to be like boot camp, but for the Sea Org. The host requests your answer not just include the abbreviation, but the full name.
Abbreviation.
All right.
So
Oh.
boot camp for the Sea Org.
Is that a category? Oh boy.
Are we
It would
talking?
be
Are we
the-
talking about the EPF?
Very
Really
good.
could-
And what
But I-
does that
Oh.
stand for?
Something Project Force.
Okay, so what would be the E?
Crap. I
Estate
knew this.
Project
States
Force.
Project Force.
A
There we go.
state. Yes.
State.
I'm writing that down.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that from Mark's book. I remember that.
Yeah,
Project
on the
Force,
ship we had DPF, which was the Deck Project Force, and we had the SPF, which was the Steward Project Force. And those were for people who got busted and had to get clean up or whatever. And that's what we had before the RPF, the Rehabilitation Project Force. And
Now,
then
busted means like you're demoted, right? Like you're
you're removed from
Okay.
the job.
Because I always think of busted as being arrested, like jail.
Oh
You're-
no!
or you're caught. You're caught. Yeah. Okay. Busted
Yeah, you're
is-
demoted off your
demoted.
job.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But then the EPF and the DPF, Deck Project Force, and the Stewart Project Force later became just the Estates Project Force.
Okay.
Oh, Dylan
Koalas
Gill
aren't big.
says we had
That just breaks
DPF
my
in
heart. Don't tell me
Clearwater.
that. Oh, which one? EPF? I'm writing this down.
I think
Yeah,
Maryland's going to win.
there
'cause
are
Chad's
some
not
letters.
studying.
There are some letters and there are some numbers on PTS.
Japan of Green Gables. Reminder: you won't have Janice or Alex to help you during the actual Jeopardy event. Don't remind us.
Go
we're
back to
trying
that.
to get-
Can we go back to the? There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yosio Bill.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it this time.
Oh, I know who did.
I didn't touch it.
CO
We're all
Bill.
in this together.
We're all in there. Oh, she's dancing in the background. I can see her.
Oh, I can't see.
See Juliana dancing in the wings there.
Oh, there she is.
Question: I have heard people refer to PTS types by letter and number, and is one or the other correct? PTS types.
Well,
So
here,
D.
I just looked it up in the dictionary. There's PTS type A.
Okay.
That's a person intimately connected with persons, such as through marriage or family, to known antagonism to mental or spiritual treatment or Scientology.
Okay. So
So that's PTS type
Damn it.
A. So
Okay.
yeah, you're connected to family members who are antagonistic towards spiritual or Scientology. PTS type 1, the SP on the case is right in present time actively suppressing the person.
oh.
Type 1 is normally handled by an ethics officer in the course of a hearing. So you would have, say, I'm PTS to someone who is in present time suppressing me. That could be my boss, or it could be a neighbor, or it could just be an associate who is suppressing me, heavily invalidating me, not wanting me to have gains, that type of thing.
Hmm.
And then type 2 is harder to handle than type 1. The apparent suppressive person in present time is only a restimulator of the actual suppressive. So if the actual suppressive is your father, but this other person acts and reminds you of your father, that would be the type 2.
Oh. Okay. Wow. So how did Alex get all the way to type D? Like what? What's type D? He was. Is there A, B, C, D? No, and he's D.
Well, in my dictionary here, it doesn't have D.
Oh, it's a special.
He might be doing PTSD.
Oh, he said it was type D. Okay, Alex, you still awake?
And then PTS type 3 is mostly institutions or would be. So this is where you go crazy. where you go nuts.
Type D is responsible. Oh, so Alex says type D is responsible for condition case.
For condition case. See, I don't have that here. I don't have. Yeah, I've just got the PTS type A, type 1, 2, and 3 in the dictionary here. But type 3 is where basically you're seeing ghosts and demons. And so they have to get you to destimulate out of that. And so they take you for walks and that type of thing and get you to look around and try and settle your mind down.
Gotcha.
So here's Alex's. Oops! Shoot!
I didn't do it.
PTS types 1, 2, and 3 are correct, but from an ethics perspective, they also have types A through J.
Yes.
Which are more
But
specific.
I don't have that in my dictionary here.
Ah.
A through J. Okay. I have a question.
Alex was declared during the golden age of PTS.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Janice, just kind of a subjective question. What was your impression of LRH as far as, I mean, obviously his brain was always active. Did he come up with these things like just kind of walking down a deck, just like it just seems so ingenious and organized and like, I don't know, how the hell did somebody come up with all that stuff and write all that science fiction and like, did he sleep? I mean, what like what was your impression of how,
all the sci-fi stuff, he wrote that long before he did the Dianetics and Scientology.
Yeah.
He lost the rights to Dianetics, which is when he came up with Scientology. He had to somehow get it out, so that's where he did Scientology. Now, yeah, he did sleep, but he didn't do much else. He just pretty much just worked and slept. He did not, for many years, he wouldn't take any time off. Sometimes he'd do his photography. That was a nice hobby he had. But he mostly just worked and slept or audited. Wow. He went in session nearly every single day where we called it research. God knows what he was doing in there, but after his sessions, he always had his e-meter. Well, we set up the e-meter for him, and he had his papers, and he kept stacking up more and more and more papers as his research. Yeah. So then he worked. He'd go to his office, immediately start working when he'd get up in the morning while they're cooking breakfast for him. And he'd go through his daily traffic and any dispatches that people would send him, any letters that need to be answered. He'd go through all that. Then he'd go to breakfast and eat that and then go back to work. And then like the data series, that's stuff that he just came up with. And he started doing research and have message runs and that type of thing. Or we'd go outside and he'd go, look at that ship. What's wrong with that ship? And we'd have to, sit there and try and figure it out. Oh, it's got a Russian flag on it. What's Russia doing down here in Morocco? It's like different things like that. So those things he kind of developed as he went along, and he'd go into his office and sit down and just start writing. And chain smoking or letting the cigarette burn out in the ashtray as he's in a chain of thought. And if we did a message run while he was writing, we'd come back in and stand in front of his desk and just stand there and wait, because we wouldn't want to interrupt his chain of thought as he's just writing. And at that time on the ship, we didn't have computers, so everything was handwritten. And he had regular paper and carbon. Remember old carbon?
Yep.
And then he'd have and then he'd have a thin yellow paper underneath it, and that was his carbon copy. So everything he wrote it with a carbon copy. And then the original would go down to Mimeo. They would type it up and it'd be issued as a policy letter or a bulletin or whatever. And then the carbon copy would go into a file. And so all his writings were kept on carbon copy.
And this was on the ship? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how it worked on the ship.
So by research, do you mean like did he actually read other people's writings and study? Like, I know he said he researched civilizations and his research was in his head.
Yeah, whatever was in his head. He'd have an e-meter and he would go off the reads of that e-meter and follow down that track. So if he goes cats and the e-meter read on cats, he would then go along and see what else. It's a black cat. It's got to read.
Right.
And he'd go off that way and figure out what it was that he had or what he had done to black cats. I'm just trying to give you a general example of it.
Wow. Now, did he? Yeah. So he was alone in the room with the
yes
e-meter. So he
yes.
audited himself.
Yes, and that later became a thing as well in Scientology. When you're training to become an auditor, you have to go out and you find your own pre-class, which is someone you're going to audit. Mm-hmm. So when I was 10 years old at St. Hill, there's all these students at St. Hill, and they're on what's called the academy levels, taking them up to level 4. So they can audit grade 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mm-hmm. But they need to find their own pre-class. And this is how you get free Scientology auditing, is you get audited by someone who's training to become an auditor. So they would audit you on grade 0, which was communication. And then all the rest of the grades through problems and overts and withholds and that type of thing. And then if you didn't want to be audited by a trainee, you would go and pay to get audited by someone who's a fully trained, trusted auditor and is not going to make stupid beginner mistakes on you.
Right.
And that's where they have the flag auditing in the flag service org, because these are well-seasoned auditors. And so people are paying top dollar for their auditing from them. But anyone can easily get auditing by co-auditing with someone else. So if I just got into Scientology and I'm twinning with someone on my academy level training, we would co-audit each other up the grades. And it wouldn't cost us a dime except for the training. And that's how it was supposed to be affordable to the regular Joe.
Right. And that changed over the years.
And that has changed over time, where everybody has to pay for their auditing rather than just go in and get trained in the academy and twin with someone and audit each other. It was supposed to be very simple.
Gotcha. So I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Mark Fisher, what happened if you were slow with the lighter?
He just didn't get that puff soon enough. Now he always carried a pack of cools, non-filtered cools, and a lighter in his pocket.
Okay, just in case.
It was always in his pants pocket. So if we didn't have a lighter, no big deal. He always had a lighter on him. Sometimes messages could be off running messages, and he's left on his own, walking around deck or in his office, But we didn't light his cigarettes all the time. That was just sometimes you would.
Right. Okay.
So is it true? Hold on. Is it true that at the secret New Mexico base, there's actually the whatever etching or markings from above are shaped like the pack, like the cool cigarettes logo. So when LRH comes back from Target 2, he'll come back and go, cool cigarettes. Here's where I go.
It does look very much like that. I noticed that too when I saw it. It looks very much like that.
That's funny. Yeah, the infinity symbol, but it's a circle inside of a circle and not really a loop. So it does look It does look like the cool
Very
cigarette.
cool's
thing.
like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. All 8 dynamics. Number 1
I'm gonna cheat on this
is
because
self.
I haven't done this stuff in over 30 years.
So we know number 2. What's 2D, guys?
Yeah.
Sexy time.
And family and children, not just
Well, the first dynamic is you as an
Self.
individual.
self,
Okay.
right?
Second dynamic is family and sex
Right.
Yeah.
and children. You know, that's your family.
Yeah.
Third dynamic is the group.
Scientology, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you're in a corporation, a business, that's your third dynamic.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So a group.
It-
Okay.
It's not just Scientology, it's your group.
Okay.
It says here
Or-
the urge towards existence in groups of individuals. Any group or part of an entire class could be considered to be part of the third dynamic. So your school class, that's your third dynamic.
Okay.
Or wherever you worked, your business. You know, when you go hang out on street corners with your buddies, that's your third dynamic.
Okay.
Okay, and then the fourth dynamic is the urge towards existence as mankind.
What does that mean?
Whereas the white race would be considered a third dynamic, all the races would be considered fourth. Yeah, this is a little racist.
No bit.
So it's saying
Yes, yeah,
basically that the white race is the third dynamic, but all races is the fourth. That's what I'm saying. This is racist.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
And you're talking
like
this is
Hitler.
1950s
Right.
mentality, which is not a justification for it, but that's how it is.
Right. Wow.
The
Okay.
fifth
Wow.
is animal kingdom. So this includes all living things, whether vegetable or animal. The fish in the sea, the beasts in the field or the forest, grass, trees, flowers, anything. Directly or intimately motivated by life. So that's the fifth dynamic.
Animal kingdom. Okay.
The sixth is the physical universe. It's composed of matter, energy, space, and time. In Scientology, we take the first letter of each of those words, matter, energy, space, and time, MEST.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the physical universe.
Do we want to know all this?
Well,
We
I don't
better
know.
For
They're
Jeopardy.
asking
Yeah.
to
We're
name-
gonna need.
They're asking name all 8 dynamics.
It's cool.
We're gonna need to know. Yeah. All right. 7.
It's cool.
So 7 is spiritual dynamic.
Okay.
Okay.
This is also identified as the supreme. Sorry, that's the 8th.
Oh, that's the 8th,
The
right?
7th, the existence or as a spirit, anything spiritual with or without identity would come under this heading. So ghosts would come under the 7th.
Okay.
And you got to realize in Scientology, you don't say you have a spirit. You are the spirit. You have a body.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's the spirit who runs the body in Scientology.
Okay.
Wow.
That's interesting. That's different. Yeah.
Yeah. Where others, it's like my spirit.
Right.
No, you are the
He has a
spirit in
spirit.
Scientology.
All right.
And you have a meat body. And then the 8th dynamic, this is identified as the supreme being. So this would be God.
God. Okay. Or supreme being.
Wow.
But there is no God.
Supreme.
It's everybody has their own idea of what a God is.
Okay.
And let's just leave it at that.
I think that's a good merch thing, though. Did you see that, Janice? When someone said, Denver Steve, you done messed up, MEST?
Nice.
Messed up, yeah.
You messed up.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
Messed up.
Of all people, it's Matt's caustic comments. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all those
Nice.
really funny
It's great.
parodies.
It's a great merch idea. Yeah, he does some
Yeah.
great parody videos.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've just learned what the 8 dynamics
Oh wow, I'm exhausted.
And as
Now
Steve
you
Britton
have to
That's cool.
remember it.
says, the multiverse.
I
What
wrote
was
it
that?
down.
Steve Britton said the 9th is the multiverse. So
The
that's where-
multiverse.
the multiverse. So where like there's all the different Spider-Men and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a multiverse guy, but Britton's on it. So true, Mark. Janice does have everything. Thank goodness.
Yep. It's true.
Okay, Janice.
I'm driving to Vegas.
Explain Division 6.
Woo.
Oh my! Division 6 is the distribution. This is where the franchises, the field staff members, the introductory into Scientology all comes through Division 6. And that is responsible for getting new people into Scientology. So, like my father, he was a lecturer. He used to do lectures, and he was also a mission holder. So he was in the division. He was heavily a Division 6 person.
I'll stay.
Get out of my division. It's mine.
That's his division.
Yeah.
Division 6?
Yeah, Alex was Division 6 as well. Yeah.
Oh, was he? Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
And he was a
So-
bookseller too, right? Division 6 is my division.
Hey,
You
I
know-
used to run the whole SMI network.
You know, Alex, you could come on with us sometime, but you
Yeah,
just feel
Alex, why don't you just jump on right now?
like- somebody want to send him a link? We could do that. Julianne,
Yeah.
she's got. she's like, I got it.
Oh, she's
She's
got,
got it. Okay, Julia.
Excellent. Yeah.
Who's got it?
Juliana,
Juliana's got it.
she's in the
Julie-
background.
Julie's good with
Sorry.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's who every now and again will flash into your screen.
That's why. Yeah, that's
Right.
Julie. Yeah, she's having some internet problems, so she's not on screen right now. But she's in the background working her magic. That's why we sometimes click over each other.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
we both have admins. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna get Division 6.
6 and Conquer.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
back
yeah,
out for
so
just
Division 6 was responsible for getting all the new people in.
while we're waiting for Alex. I'm just gonna back out for a minute and go check on the doggies because I hear them scratch.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, mine tied themselves out.
Oh, good.
I don't know where mine are. That's probably scary. They might be downstairs. They're quiet though. They're usually not quiet.
They're up to something.
Yeah.
He's usually one laying behind me. He's not there. Catching my first 5 of the fabulous Never-Ins. Fabulous Never-Ins. I like that. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. Also, can we get started? Hashtag Where's Bob Ferris trending? Plan on purchasing the merchandise to help support Liz. Yeah, no doubt, right?
Well, I thought they found him. Didn't they find him?
Oh, that might be a spoiler alert. I don't know. I think they know that he's in. He's
Oh, they
at,
know he's alive.
he's at
but he
the
was-
base, but they haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, that seems accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wanted to show some love to Janice and the Notorious Never-Ins. Much love. Thank you,
Oh,
Destiny.
Thanks for
Mwah.
the super chat.
Yeah, I've started a new thing now of calling the Scientologists out. They have a program that LRH came up with called World Out of Comm, meaning the world is out of communication with each other. And he did a whole thing of have people do clay demos and have them word clear all these words. And so I've done a thing which is called Scientology Out of Comm. And that's where I'm now calling out different Sea Org members and executives that are not in communication with their families. So I did
Oh,
that.
wow.
Well, we're looking for Andrew Barton,
Mhm.
but his 2 sisters, Liz Ingber and Nettie Alcock, have not been in communication with their parents since the 90s. And Nettie's got kids who have never met their grandparents, and they're in the Sea Org. So to me, I'm like pushing this whole, it's considered bad if there's publicity that you have caused because you haven't communicated with your family. So I'm creating that bad publicity for them to force them to Call their parents, send them a postcard, let them hear from them. The mother's in a nursing home. And then I've got another one where Marion Powell, the mother is 92 next month, hasn't heard from the kids since the 90s. The father passed away knowing that his attitude was, why should I tell her I'm dead? She didn't care about me when I was alive. Why should she care if I'm dead? And to me, that's just outrageous. And I was looking up earlier stuff, and I remembered back in the 70s, Hubbard had actually, hey, Alex.
Hi everyone.
Hubbard had actually assigned some people condition of baby for not communicating with their parents and causing bad publicity. So I'll bring that up next Saturday, people being babies.
Wow.
JLD as me is asking, Janice, can you talk about R6 implants, please?
No, I'm not going to. I
It's
mean,
okay.
that's not even something that you're going to be asked in Jeopardy.
That is a bit of an advance one.
Yeah, I can explain it, and there's going to be so many questions.
We'd
coming
be here
back.
for an hour.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hi,
Good
Janice,
question,
by the
though.
way. How's it going?
Hi, Alex. Hey, this is how we finally get on a show
Finally.
together.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, me and Janice have been trying to figure out a way of me, Janice, Mark, all getting on a stream, and our schedules just haven't aligned. So this is it. So amazing. Good to finally speak with you.
Juliana, send the invite to Mark too. We'll bring him on. We'll get this all taken care of.
You'll have
Okay.
a proper SP
Yeah,
party
that'd be
going on.
cool.
I'm not going to stay for too long because it's 3:15 in the morning here, but I'm
Wow.
here for a little bit at least.
Sure. As Tori points out, hey, OG never ends. I have a migraine, so I haven't slept. So here I am, 3 a.m. here in the UK. Made a grilled cheese and taking a lot of painkillers. Hey, Janice, great to see you there. Hashtag Team Mike. So, well,
Nice.
Thank you.
I don't know. I was going to say you should be resting, but we're glad you're here. I mean, if you can't sleep, we're better.
Well, I did actually have a meeting that was meant to happen 15 minutes ago with someone in LA, but it got pushed back. So I'm actually free, and my schedule is Pacific time at the moment anyway, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, because what is it there now? Midnight?
3 a.m. 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Oh, 3 a.m. Oh, yeah,
I
they
li-
say that.
Yeah, so I work for myself, so my time schedule changes every week depending on what I'm doing. And this week I'm on Pacific time, so it's not like I don't get enough sleep. It's just my cycle is delayed. So, and then next week I'll probably be on UK time, so I'll probably be asleep at this time.
Oh, you got a lot of highs coming in here.
Hi everybody. Hey, I didn't want to steal the show. I'm sorry.
Oh, we wanted to hear about
it's all good.
Division 6.
Oh yeah, do you like that? That's my division. Hands off.
Right.
Well, actually, we were talking about PTS types earlier. This is my PTS Type D declare.
There it
Oh,
is.
there's your goldenrod.
That's my goldenrod.
Nice.
So yeah, the way I kind of think the best way of describing it, you can be PTS type 1, 2, or 3, and that's kind of like the type of potential trouble source. And then the A to J is
That's
almost
right.
like how it manifests itself. So like I was type D, which is responsible for condition case. And I'll read you. It just says responsible for the condition cases have been traced back to the blah, 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 blah. By responsible for condition cases is meant the person who insists a book or some auditor is wholly responsible for the terrible condition I'm in. Such cases demand unusual favors, free auditing, tremendous effort on the part of auditors. Review of these cases show that they were in the same or worse condition long before auditing, that they are using a planned campaign to obtain auditing for free, and that they are not as bad off as they claim, and that their antagonism extends to anyone who seeks to help them. So the way I described it is PTS 1, 2, and 3 is the type of PTS, and then A to J is kind of how it manifests itself, almost like a symptom. It's probably the easiest way of explaining it. But yeah,
That's rough. That
That's
doesn't
my-
sound very nice.
no, it wasn't a nice time in my
It
life.
looks like they spent a lot of time doing that.
But that is, if anyone wants to know, that this is goldenrod. That's the official color. That's the official
There it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of orangey marigold.
Let me move the light. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a better
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, there we go.
So what are all the papers behind it?
Oh, this is my Scientology document file. These are all my certificates and commendations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I've got some like commendations from Flag. I've got, certificates from when I was in London.
Wow. I didn't keep that stuff.
This is all I've got. Like, this is the one thing I've kept is this folder. And then there's some really like a staff dismissal as well.
Oh.
And then I've got like really funny things where I've got like a commendation from for those Scientologists in the chat, COCPLO UK. So the commanding officer of the Continental Publications Liaison Office. So someone really high up. Commendation from that person saying, Alex, you're doing a great job. You've entered London into a new level. Your stats are in power. You're selling more books than anyone else, and it's the highest book sales London's ever had. And then literally like 6 weeks later, I have this, which says that I'm the worst person that could ever exist.
That's so typical.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what this folder is. It's just all those documents to show the timeline of how they loved me, then hated me. And
Gobbledygook, crazy words. Yeah.
I'm coming up on 33 years out.
Congratulations.
Come August.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a big party to celebrate, Janice?
Just me.
Party
My
of one.
husband left with me, but he died a year and a half ago. So it's just me and the dogs.
And the kids who made an appearance earlier, right? The grandkids.
Well, the granddaughter, yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter and granddaughter, they come over and hang out. And,
Nice.
That's cool.
yeah.
I must
coming
say, I
for
love
you.
this Jeopardy game.
It's going to be a blast. We're looking
Thanks for
forward.
helping us study. Yeah, thanks for helping us study.
No problem.
Yes.
Lori plays. This is for you, Janice.
Yeah. I'd love to get with you this week, if possible. We're getting photos for a music video working on. Oh, okay. Just email me at janicegillamgrady@gmail.com, and let's see what we can work out on that. But it's JANISGILLHAMGRADY@gmail.com.
Okay, so we have a question from this guy. Oh,
Oh,
there he
this
is.
is one for me. A while ago. I forgot about that.
Jeopardy.
Yes.
The Dianetics pyramid triangle has 4 tiers. What do they stand for?
So
Wait,
the
Is it a triangle 3?
you have like the ARC and the KRC triangle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you look at Dianetics, the symbol, like the symbol for Scientology, is the S with the 2 triangles. The Dianetics symbol is a pyramid or a triangle, and it has
Okay.
like 4 levels to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
She's
imagine
got-
you draw.
She's got a
she's
show
got
and
it.
tell.
I probably have it somewhere too, but it's
Wow.
not to hand.
It's on these
Wow.
books. You can, oops.
Yeah, there we go. So you can see it's a
Wow.
pyramid, but it's split into 4 levels. So the
Oh,
question
okay.
is, what are those 4 levels? Why is it split into 4? I know this is a tough one.
Yeah,
The answer is it's the 4 dynamics. So before life was split up into 8 dynamics in Scientology, in Dianetics, which is the original book, Aaron Hubbard said there were only 4 dynamics of life. So they're exactly the same. It's yourself, and then sex, family, relationships, and then the group, which is dynamic 3, and dynamic 4 is this urge toward survival as mankind. And that was it. That was where he capped it. He said life was 4 dynamics. So
so no spiritual, no.
no, because Dianetics was a science. Remember, this is before Scientology was invented.
Right.
So the
Science of-
Dianetics pyramid is 4 tiers
Mental
for the
health.
4 dynamics. Yeah.
Oh.
And then later on, when he started Scientology, that's when he created the other 4 dynamics to make it 8 in total.
So that he could get tax exempt
He
status.
doesn't get to change his mind.
There we go.
Yep.
But yeah, I left a comment earlier. Ask me anything about the books, what they look like, and all of that, because I was director of public book sales, so I know a lot about them.
Right.
I have something to say. Mark has texted me. I have to tell people to subscribe to Peeling the Onion.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
otherwise I'll be in ethics trouble for not bringing it up for people to subscribe to us.
Hey Janice, ethics is where all the cool kids hang out. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Is that like hell? Is that
I've been there for 33 years.
is that like the Christian hell? Like, or you're going to hell? It's like, I'll see you there, party. See you next.
Yeah.
Julie,
Hey,
can you make an
wasn't
onion people thing for
Wasn't
us?
that more down before and you've been refilling that glass?
Yeah, my daughter gave me more.
Oh,
Because she's like,
Nice.
Mom, you're not showing. She's like, do you want me to fill it up to wine? Not.
Nice.
It's been a day. I'm telling
Onion
you. I know
people
it's only
thing.
Monday.
Okay. Yes, that's it.
there we
There it
go.
is. The
Very
onion.
good.
No
people thing.
Scientology stories peeling the onion. Please subscribe so I don't get in trouble.
Yes, yes.
Right, Chad?
Join too. Join the
Chad agrees. Chad agrees.
membership.
You gotta say that's right, Marilyn. Right,
Oh yeah,
That's right,
yeah. I
Noel.
forgot. Yep. I even wrote it down earlier.
right, Mark?
No.
Yeah, we're
thank
stealing your
you.
thing.
You wrote it down.
I wrote it down
He's
earlier.
good to
See,
know.
look.
Apostate Alex thing. There it is.
Look on the thing there.
Oh, it was on Chad's thing.
Janice
Yeah.
and Mark's channel, Peeling the Onion, is awesome, by the way. It's been really nice to watch your videos and hear the stories from back in the day, and so many things you said about Saint Hill that I kind of heard through the woodworks, because obviously, you know, I've been down to Saint Hill and everyone talks about its history, and it's just really interesting to hear it from your perspective as well. Like the story about it being why they built it as a castle rather than
Yeah.
because they didn't get planning permission. That is still to this day the story that they tell, like 100% true. When I went down there, I was like, why is it a castle? They're like, oh, it's a really cool story. Well, and he told the whole story, and it was it was just nice to hear someone else confirm that.
Yes.
That it's, you know, that was actually what happened.
Well, the way I found that out was I had a whole message run once to Captain Bill when we were on the ship.
Wow.
And Captain Bill had done the original architect plans. He was an
Oh.
architect.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and I hadn't known that either until LRH had me running messages to Captain Bill, and I'm like, why does he know all this about the castle? And then, you know, so I'm running these messages, and that's how I found out about it. And then Hubbard tells me, and then Mary Sue pipes in on some stuff.
Oh gosh, we'll have
Yeah.
to. I'm saving a lot of my questions when we do a stream together, but I want to know all about Fitzroy and the whole early London days and Saint Hill.
I
like this.
don't know
I've
the
got-
London days.
Okay,
I
You-
just
it
know
was just
Pam
Saint
and
Hill.
Ray Kemp.
okay,
I knew them, but I didn't know the London days.
okay,
I was 10 years old when I showed up at St. Hill.
okay. Fair
Here we
enough.
go. Instead of the onion thing. Our Scientology stories, peeling the onion in YouTube, Mark. Fisher
Okay,
and Janice. Okay, there we go. So here's a question
Very good.
about celebrities. Oh, sorry, Apostate Alex. Sorry. We're double tapping here.
I'm not clicking anything.
You got
Yeah, I'm
double.
gonna do that too.
It's
not
me and
it's not me.
Juliana.
I can't even see any
motioning to
chat.
me.
We're all in this together.
Don't get me started. I know every single word to every High School Musical song, and I will sing it.
She starts
You
dancing every time
do?
somebody says that. That's
Together.
Don't, because I will join in.
Oh yeah.
What was the
Stay a
question?
little
okay.
bit
What were we
later,
doing?
we'll
Yeah,
be
was
doing-
there a question there?
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
was a question.
about Celebrity Center. Yep. Question: who were some of the original celebrities in the Celebrity Center? Like when your mother first founded it, I think, right?
Yeah, Peggy Lipton from Mod Squad.
Oh
Do you remember Mod Squad?
no, but I remember Peggy Lipton. I mean, I don't remember the show, but I do remember.
Oh,
the-
okay. Well, Peggy Lipton, she was married to Quincy Jones.
Oh,
And she
that
was-
is-
Wow.
She was at the Advanced Organization in LA when my mother set up Celebrity Center. And see, I was not there. I was on the ship.
right.
So I would just get letters from her or photos from her. Robbie and Jeff Levin from The People.
right. Oh,
They
right.
just came out with a
Right.
movie, Brothers Broken. or
Yes, that
Broken
was
Brothers.
amazing.
Oh, they do.
Brothers
Jeff did
Broken.
such a great job with that. Yeah.
Amazing.
And they're doing a big release in San Jose in August next month.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it was
So-
only like a 48-hour window that you could watch it. And I watched it like a bunch of times back to back.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so powerful.
Yeah, I remember I couldn't watch it. I'm like, hey, Jeff, I can't watch it. So then I got to get it again.
Ooh, you're special.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this was a few minutes. This is about a half hour ago. Sorry, Mark. Blown for good. We will post someone with a Wi-Fi and cell blocker at Janice's house during the game, so she can't help people cheat. Ah, you're
Nice.
no fun, Mark. Come
That's been
on.
blown for good.
So if Fisher's
funny,
walking
though.
around your house that day, we'll know.
Oh, Japan of Green Gables. So we got the CO Bilf is our buddy. And does CO Bilf stand for Chairman of the Board? I'd like to out 2D.
Out 2D.
Yeah,
Japan
that's what it
Green Gables,
means.
It absolutely does.
Yep.
I always love when people read it as COBILF or CI BILF, and they just miss the context. But yeah, that's exactly what it means.
Yep.
And if
Yeah.
ever there was a COB, I'd like to out 2D, it would be this one.
This is a good question. Tip 45. Question: do people
Yes,
become
people
addicted to
do.
auditing?
Ooh.
And when I was thinking of leaving, one of the thoughts through my head was, how will I get through life without my daily session? And it actually becomes a crutch. And then I was like, it's better for me to get out there and just get out of my comfort zone and do things rather than staying in this miserable mess. And I was pregnant at the time, and I was not going to go be in ethics and get ganged up on to get an abortion. I kept my mouth shut. I told Paul, and we were out of there. But yes, auditing definitely becomes a crutch.
It is quite hard to explain, but there definitely is like a high that you get from auditing because you're kind of releasing stuff off your mind. It's kind of like getting stuff off your chest, but there's so much more to it. But an easy way to explain to someone who hasn't done it is like, imagine your deepest, darkest secrets and they're all like crushing down on you and you feel like you've got a lot of stuff on your mind and you need to just let it out and you go and talk to someone, right? That feels good, right? But imagine that on steroids, like 100 times that. That's the kind of relief and release that you feel at the end of an auditing session because you're getting this stuff off, you're kind of getting rid of, you're blowing this charge is what they would say. So it does feel quite euphoric, and that makes you want to go and do it again because there's a rule that you can't leave an auditing session until your VGIs, which is very good indicators. So like you have to be happy and, all good, and you need to go into a session and then come out at a higher level on the tone scale. You're meant to be like feeling better than you were when you first went in, and you're not allowed to leave until you are kind of euphoric. So it's a grueling process, but it's a high, and that's what makes you want to go back for more, and that's what convinces you that it works because you always feel great when you leave an auditing session.
Did you find that like you go in, you don't necessarily know what you need or like what you did or what's going to happen, right? Because I'm just drawing a parallel to some of the sessions that I had in my cult, and it was you go in not knowing what you're going to be confronted with, and it's almost that thing of like finding basically creating a problem and then creating the solution to it. So I would go in and my leader with the elders would say, Marilyn, you need, God showed us something, whatever, and they drudge up some kind of crazy like demon or something that I had, right, that I was hiding, and I'd be like, oh really, oh my God. And then by the time I left, I would just confess to anything and the pressure would be off for a while. Like I would just say anything to get out of there, right? And then I was like, oh, then all of a sudden you felt such a relief and like a euphoric feeling, like you just feel so clean and cleansed. But when I went in there, I had no idea. Like I had these problems. I was like, oh, I do. I have this spirit of this. Oh my God, I need to confess to this. And then I was like, I won't say I was addicted to it because it's something you did not want to go. You did not want to go before the board of elders, but at the same time, you would come out feeling so, happy and cleansed and free because they would set you, God or whatever would set you free, and then you were good until the next time, and you never knew when the next time was. So we didn't have I'm a little bit jealous, which is stupid because you have all these volumes, we had all these unwritten rules and you were always caught off guard. It was insane. But the process of it is very similar. There's so many parallels to different cults. They're so similar. It's crazy.
But you're bringing up this whole confessionals and that type of thing. When I grew up in Scientology, it was more about communication and getting the grades and addressing problems and then overts and withholds. It wasn't like all these later people that were in and have left. They all seem to have never gotten any Scientology auditing. They just got these security checks.
Right.
And so it constantly for them became a whole thing of trying to find out what they've done, even if they haven't done anything. Just because the exec thinks that he's pissed off at him and they've done something, they then try and make things up to get out of it. But that's not what the basic auditing was all about to start with. But that's what it became, right, Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember when I got kicked out the first time, went back in, you kind of know what you're going in for. They were told me I'd have an ARC break session, right? Because I was upset with the church because they kicked me out. So you're going in for an ARC break session, but you don't know where that's going to lead you because they're trying to figure out, okay, well, this is the way it worked for me. It's okay, well, what were you upset with? Well, this happened. Okay, well, can you remember an earlier similar time that happened? And then it gets you into a place of okay, so your upset isn't with the church. It's because actually you did this and you're just feeling guilty about it. And because you did this against the church, that's why you're upset with the church, because you've actually done something against them, overts and withholds. All the auditing sessions I had always ended up down that sort of rabbit hole.
Yeah, see, and not when I was growing up. I just looked it up here for the grades. Grade 0, communication. It gives you the end result is supposed to be your ability to communicate freely with anyone on any subject.
Isn't it mad how I still know that word for
Wow.
But you got to remember, Janice, as well, that because most people who are speaking out now were on staff or in the SEAL, like myself. So when you're on staff in the SEAL, you don't do much bridge work, right?
Exactly.
Even Aaron Smith-Levin, right? He did his Purif, and I think he may have done one of his, he didn't get to clear or anything, same as myself, because you're spending all of your time and energy working, and the priority is always given to paying public. So unless you have the money to pay for your services, you're not really going to be doing much bridge work itself. So the only sessions you are going to have are to handle very specific problems. And quite often when you're on staff, that's overts and withholds.
Yeah, see, and that was, on the ship, we didn't have public for a long time. So the auditors we had who were being trained by Hubbard, they were auditing the crew. And the whole thing was to move everybody up that Scientology bridge. So rarely was there a sec check that was being done.
Sure.
And usually, if you got sec checked, it was usually going on leave or returning from leave. Otherwise, you got processed on bridge. And then when we moved later on, like at Gold Base, and Miscavige takes over, it all becomes sec check, sec check, sec check. And so much for, going up the bridge no longer existed. So you've got all these people who really don't know what that grade processing was and what Scientology auditing really is. All they know is the sec checks, and you get tired of being sec checked and accused of constantly doing this or that when you didn't do it. All these people are there for good reasons. Right. They're not there to be evil and sneak around and screw things up. That's not why they're there, but that's what they're being accused of.
Right.
A lot of this changed as well with the chase wave, right? So if you I looked up once all of the service completions for all of the staff that are still at London Org that I used to work with, and between 2015 15, 16, and 2019-ish, they all went from like, pure F grade 0, grade 1, very like early days on the bridge, up to like OT3, OT5, in the space of like 2 or 3 years. And I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but it does coincide with the chase wave. Suddenly, all of the staff at London Org made major strides going up the bridge. And that would only happen if they suddenly all have a bunch of money somehow to pay for it. Or the universe core or something like that, which is a whole nother rabbit hole we won't want to go down on this street. But like, you don't go up the bridge because you spend your time doing your hatting, you spend your time doing ethics handling, and then it's more important that you work, right?
Yeah,
especially for class 5 staff who aren't Sea Org. The idea is you work Monday to Friday, 9 till 6. But you don't get your food and your birthing and all of that covered because you're not in the Sea Org. So you have to pay for your own housing where you live and your food and all of this.
So
you have to have another job. So you moonlight, yeah. So you have a job in the evenings and weekends. So when do you have time to go and study and go up the bridge? Because you're either working to pay for your time working in Scientology or you're sleeping.
Hubbard, I could never figure this out, but he had me on a project trying to work out staff pay. And
I got loads of staff pay as a bookseller, just saying.
What?
I got quite a lot of staff pay as a bookseller because I got commission and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Books. But yeah, most people who weren't in a sales role wouldn't get much pay.
Right, but he kept telling me to work out the staff pay so the staff got paid enough in order to be able to support themselves and not have to moonlight, and therefore they could have their study time. But I could never make the numbers work, and he'd say, 30% of staff pay. That wasn't enough, and then he did the whole price increase, and that just drove everybody nuts with the prices increasing every month. But it still wasn't enough in order to make it worthwhile for someone to be on staff and be able to support themselves.
Yeah. And this is what interesting, me saying I earn a lot of money book selling, it still was less than the minimum wage. Like, even though I was one of the top booksellers in London's history, and I made a lot of money from it, it was still less than like what I would get legally working at McDonald's or something like that. It wasn't enough to support myself. You had to have another job outside. We're talking a couple of £100 a week on a good week, right? On a bad week, £20 or £30 a week. And that's for Monday to Friday, 9 till 6. So yeah, there's no such thing as staff pay. Executives would have got paid more, but there was never a week when even the executive director would have earned enough money to pay her way. Steve Britton, did I do pure F? No, because I was working all the time and in ethics trouble.
But you were supposed to get free services, and
exactly
you're supposed to be able to go up the bridge,
which I then got the bill for when I left.
Yeah. But you know what doesn't make sense, and that Hubbard used to always say, when we were on the ship, if staff got in ethics trouble, he was like, where's the out tech that they landed in ethics? So one had to go back to the PC folder and see what auditing processes were done on him and what was wrong with those processes that this person ended up going off the rails.
Janice, you're going to find this. Sorry to go down a rabbit hole, guys, but Janice, you'll find this mind-blowing. When I got kicked out the second time, right, I went into a session because I was really upset that they kicked me out the first time. And I was like, I'm really upset. Went into a session and I red tagged, which means the session didn't go well. And I came out and I was really upset. And I was telling the examiner, I was like, I'm upset because I went into the session and I came out feeling worse. And I thought auditing was meant to be the opposite. You meant to feel better. So something hasn't worked for me here. And then I went in session the next day, and then I still didn't feel any better about it. So I wrote the things that shouldn't be report. And I was like, look, guys, I feel like something's not being done right here. I know my auditor is flag trained and they just got back the other day, but this hasn't fixed my problem. I want Scientology to work for me, but it hasn't. It's made me feel even worse. I feel like something's been misapplied. And that is what they took to be me saying Scientology doesn't work, and they got me to do my OW write up, and then escorted me to my desk and then the front door because
Right.
I've been saying Scientology doesn't work, and I was pleading with them. I was like, no, I believe it can work, and it hasn't worked because it's been done incorrectly. If you do it correctly, it works. That's the mindset I was in.
Yes. Yeah.
But they kicked me out anyway.
Oh dear.
So yeah,
Wow.
that's what it's like being Scientology.
I had a similar thing once where it was on the happiness rundown. And I just felt it was getting worse and worse and worse. So I just kind of smiled to get the hell out of there. And I went to the examiner and I was like, that was the worst session I have ever had.
The happiness rundown was the worst session? Damn.
It was the worst session I've
How
ever
did
had.
that go down? I bet the examiner loved you.
Oh, well, they got me right back in with a different auditor.
So much for
That's
happiness, right?
hilarious. I love that.
Oh my goodness.
That's
So
one of
this-
the things I've got in this file, actually, is that I won't get it out now, but one of the things I've got in here is the report that I wrote where I was pleading with them saying, I want Scientology to work, and then I've got the declare. So I have to go through it sometime.
Right. Hey,
So I
listen, I'm going to have to run.
Okay. That's okay.
I've been on much longer than I thought.
Thank you. Thank you
No,
for
it
It was
coming.
a lot of fun, though.
But
Thank you
yeah,
very
it's been a
much.
pleasure, and I'll have to do this again.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I didn't get to ask you about the chickens.
Oh, what about the chickens?
Whatever. It seems like a good conversation to have, but
Well, I have
Next time.
five. I had 5 chickens, and then Henrietta turned into Henry, and so I only have 4 chickens because Henry's a rooster.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyway, I better go.
Janice,
Alex,
lovely to meet
we
you
will
finally.
work out seeing each other on screen another time. And thank you,
Yes.
everybody. It's been fun.
And I'm
Wonderful.
popping in
Wow.
just to say thank you, Janice, and hi, Alex, and
Hi.
bye.
Hey, Julie.
Bye.
And hi, everybody.
Hi, Juliana. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm freezing, so I'm off. But you guys have fun. I'm here.
Thanks.
I'm also going to go fairly soon, but I'll stay on for a little bit if you need some word clearing or some help with these Jeopardy questions.
well, here's a great question that you might be able to answer. Do they use specific fonts? LRH was so
Oh.
pedantic on everything. I'm assuming it was typewriter.
Don't get me started on that. Like, I remember learning about the books and how there's a whole science behind how they print the books and the fonts they use. I don't know how true it is or not, but Scientology had their own publications arm, New Era Publications, NEPI here in the UK, and Bridge in Europe, and Bridge Publications over in the States. And it was explained to me that because it's a science and it needs to be done correctly and all of this, they spent loads of money and time researching how to position words on a page that they can be most easily understood and comprehended by people. So there's loads of work that was done on the font that they use and like the margin at the side of the page so that it's all very scientifically put down so it's easy to read and understand. So yeah, they were very specific on the fonts and all of that. They're very pedantic and specific on everything like that because they want it to be 100% effective.
Huh.
That's excellent.
It's hilarious.
So yeah,
Cool.
Oh,
that's that.
that's a good question. Oops, that went away. Would excessive weird TMI ever get you out of a sec check, like ranting about a beauty regimen, diet, or something like that?
Nope, the orders would go, thank you. Do you remember an earlier similar time that happened? Or, okay, good, and then carry on with the command. Like,
Wow.
as an auditor, you are trained to acknowledge whatever you're confronted with and then move on because you've got to power on with the session. So it doesn't matter what you say in an auditing session, your auditor is trained to say, thank you, and then carry on because that's the only way out of the session is to carry on through the sec check or the session or whatever.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. It looks like we've got 2 Marilyns on the screen right now.
Yeah. Hope they're not muted, though.
Hi, Marilyn 2.0.
Right?
We can't hear you guys.
Yeah, I think,
No,
yeah,
you
they're
are
muted.
muted.
They get to
Are you
rip
even
my
talking? Hello. 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 This Chad's kind of mute sign. Mute.
Okay, so they at least got the picture.
They
We
know
can't
that.
hear you at all.
They
Oh,
know
they
we
know
can
they're
see
muted?
you.
Oh, I didn't think they knew.
Marilyn, maybe if you go to settings in StreamYard and then go to audio, you can choose your mic. It might be the wrong mic is selected.
Very possible.
Yeah, she had that problem earlier, too.
This is highly entertaining to watch in silence, though, I must say.
It is. It absolutely is.
Can you hear us now?
Oh
We
my
can.
God! Something. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I had to ask.
She had the microphone set to the headphones, so I had
Ah.
to change it to the actual microphone.
Uh-huh.
See, I gotta ask somebody half my age.
Well, hello, new
What's up?
person.
Around half. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Welcome
asking
to SPTV.
Well,
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah,
Haley,
I
hi.
usually just sit around in the comments and just heckle my mom, you know. That's what I like
As
to
you
do.
should. We all
I
do.
get home from work and I don't know when she went live with was it Alicia from Degraded Daughters?
Yeah.
I watched the mom chat and I was sitting there heckling my mom. I was like making dinner. I was bored. I was like, okay, hop
You want to
on,
get closer?
give my mom some crap. No.
Nice.
That's what
Yeah,
I
but-
normally do. I'm not normally on camera.
It's more fun to be behind the scenes heckling people.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you don't even have to change out of your pajamas, really.
Yeah. And one of my sons was here. Did he leave?
No, he's still here.
He did the intro music and the outro
Do
music.
you want me to go get him?
I don't know if we can all fit in here. I'll just leave and they can
We can
Hang on.
squeeze. Come on, get rid
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
We're family here.
You
We
can
can
squeeze
get
to
Austin.
the back or something, yeah.
All right, I'll go get the.
You going to get
intro man
Austin?
if you
Oh
want me
Jesus.
to. Spice
Sorry
things
about
up.
this. Everything's a family affair.
No,
We've
it's
had
great.
Duncan.
Then we'll have to replay the intro so he can hear
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
with
Yeah,
the video.
That's awesome. Yeah, Alex, I don't know if you heard the intro. My son
I
did the
did. It was
music
very
for
cool.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, the dogs are going. Oh, it's just mayhem here. I tell them Monday nights are the nights that I can't have like everybody, but the doggies are getting their neuterization
Oh.
tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Snippy, snippy, snippy.
yep, yeah.
Spa
And
day.
we have
Spa day for the dogs.
and we have a little silver one coming too. He's only about 2 weeks old. So
Wow.
when he's ready, we'll have another one. So we'll have Apollo, Punchy, and maybe Rocky. I don't know.
Oh.
Get the doggies in too. Oh jeez. Haley, bring Punchy. Apollo will be he'd be spilling my wine and knocking down the camera. And I want to see the intro. Oh, this is I don't know if you want me to say your first name, number 5 in letter A, but she did the video for it and I sent it to my son and he watched it a bunch of times and spent like 3 hours on doing the intro and the outro music. So yeah.
Wow.
So we'll definitely play that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's excellent.
is he coming? Yeah,
That's
Austin
pretty
missed
sweet.
it, but
Excellent.
He did watch it, so
oh, he did. Okay, good.
he started to
I
watch
suppose
the
he probably
intro.
had to see it when he put it together. So
He'll see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He started to
Yeah.
watch the intro and then he must have X'd out of it and he's like, oh, they didn't say anything about my intro. So then I played it and I was like, Austin, they talked about you for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think he had the wrong thing. He just like,
Yeah. So Haley, you know Clearwater Chad because I'm always on the phone with
oh,
him.
man of the hour.
That's Denver Steve-O.
Here he is.
This is Denver
Oh,
Steve-O.
yes.
This is Apostate Alex. He's from the
Hello.
UK.
I've
If
heard
you haven't noticed.
a lot about all of you.
Yeah. Austin.
It
I
brings no
like-
hope.
I like Chad's little mini there.
Yeah,
That's
just-
very
Oh
nice.
yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah. You gotta
doesn't
give
leave
him
my-
like
he doesn't leave my sight.
changes of shirts, Mom.
Oh, let me
Get
try.
an earbud now.
Can you just plug it into the regular sound?
I can unplug it, but I might get feedback, right? Yeah.
It's okay for a minute.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Do you want me to read this out? Jane Poet question, Alex. Do you ever sleep? Yes. And people ask me this every single live stream I ever do. So please understand that, yes, I do sleep. I am currently living on a Pacific coast time zone because of doing so much SPTV stuff. So yes, I do sleep. I just have a delayed sleep-wake cycle some weeks, and other weeks I live on the UK time zone. Just depends what I'm doing with work and what I'm doing with SPTV. So I will be going to bed in about 5 minutes. But for now I'm here. I was meant to have a meeting an hour ago, which got pushed back to a different day. So I thought I'd jump in here instead.
But Alex, that's technically only 8 p.m. That was quite early for you to go to bed.
It is, because I'm trying to shift it back to a UK time
Here, I'll
scale
sit my chair
time
for a
zone for
minute.
next week. So basically, I'll be on UK one week and East Coast one week and Pacific the next. It just depends what I'm doing. So I'll shift it according to what I need to do during the day. So I'm getting an early night Pacific time tonight so that I can shift it back slowly to a UK time zone next week.
The chairs.
Join us for Mountain Time one of these times.
Yeah, that's somewhere in the middle.
So-
We took over Mom's
That's
channel.
cool.
But
So
yes.
yeah, we love your music, Austin.
Thanks. Appreciate it, man.
yeah, no,
It's
very
amazing.
cool. Thank you very much. In fact, Angela Bernhardt says, "Holy shit, that was amazing."
Yeah,
Nice.
That is true.
Yeah, it was funny. I had some. So I live above a restaurant, right, in this apartment, and the roof above the rest of the restaurant is right outside my window. So we had these guys working on it the other day. This whole week they were working on it, and the windows were open because it was hot, So I left them
Yeah.
open, and the guys could hear everything. And I'm playing this riff over and over again, trying to get it right for the recording for this intro. And I'm playing it over and over and over again. It reminded me of when I lived with my parents, and I would record stuff, and my mom would go nuts. Marilyn, she'd go nuts because it was the same riff. Or it was the same solo over and over and
That's
over because I was
funny.
trying to get it right.
You know when that started was when he first learned to play guitar, and it was Nirvana, "Smells Like Teen Spirit,"
Yep.
and it was da na na da na na that riff over and over and over and over, probably like 200 times a day, and I would like freak out. I was like, "Stop it!" Like I mean, I was a bratty teenager. I was probably like, I don't know, 17 or 18 at the time.
I got-
in hell.
I got a dog now. I'm cooler than you.
Punch.
Nice.
So Apollo, my mom's dog that she brought on the other day, this is his brother from the same litter. He just weighs
I
like
love that
5
the dog is
pounds
called
less.
Apollo. Please tell me this one's called Free Winds.
Punchy.
That was a Scientology
It's called
joke.
Right,
Punchy.
right.
Punchy. And there's going to be another dog named Rocky.
I
Wow.
love it.
Yeah, we
Well,
got
look, guys,
Rocky.
I'm gonna have to love you and leave you because I do need to get some rest. But thank
right.
you for having me on.
Hey, have a
Did
good one.
everybody
Nice
say hi to
to
Alex?
meet
Thank you, Alex.
you.
Bye. Likewise, see you soon.
Nice
guys.
to meet you,
Bye.
man. Have a good one.
Right.
All right.
Alex has that cool changing
And then
color
the
microphone.
Yeah.
You notice that shit?
Oh,
No,
wait,
Austin though. I mean, yeah, you should consider getting your own YouTube channel just for the music.
I thought about it because so for my band, my girlfriend made us a TikTok, and I did a couple videos. I got my guitar to make a perfect little, like a clown, like honking the horn sound.
Yeah, because oh, sorry, go
I
ahead.
made a TikTok on it.
I subscribe to like the cheesy music I use. Like you don't have to pay for it, but you just have to credit the author. But that gets other people to use it. So I think that's how they get subscribers. So it might be something to consider.
I thought about it. I thought about musical license.
Oh, so now my mom's going to heckle us in the group chat?
I thought about stock
Oh,
music
she-
licensing on.
Yeah. If you
She
get
just took
license,
her
it's
phone
even
and I'll
better.
be in the group chat.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is she down in there now?
I thought about that as like a little side source of income.
Oh yeah, definitely. No,
Sure,
obviously
that's
your
good.
music's that good to do it for sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, they have tons of like gigs local and all over the place. I mean, he's pretty much not totally full time, but I'd say he does like he makes as much as I do in my stupid full time job in the medical field.
Oh. That's
I mean, I
amazing.
draw blood. I work for Quest Diagnostics. They're a good company. I can't say anything bad about them, but I've been a phlebotomist for like 4 years. But it's definitely not as interesting as music. Like I get up and sing with Austin. I do as many gigs as I can with him, and to say it's a lot more fun than my 9-to-5 hospital gig.
Yeah, that's great to do something that you love.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like my job, but I see how
Yeah.
his is like so appealing. You know, I didn't ever click with an instrument as much, and I don't like practice. Like he hates it because my practice is I sing in the car on the way to work. So he's like, "You never practice, and you just show up and sing." And I'm like, "Well, you know, my singing in the car is practice, right?"
Well, apparently his practice paid off. Yeah.
Oh,
Jeff, you're absolutely
he's
right.
totally
It's the second.
dedicated.
It's the second gens, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're the escaped, you know, I don't know what you would call us. What do you call us?
Oh, sorry,
the
I was
cult
reading the comments.
kids? We'll start our own channel.
Somebody asked me if I
Yeah,
ever
you
heard
should
of
too.
Dimebag Daryl, Pantera.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah, man.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
You gotta love Dimebag. Sorry, I just wanted to answer that question. I read.
No worries. No,
Yeah.
yeah, jump in
I'm-
whenever.
I'm ditzy. I haven't been looking, sing every day. Yep, all the time. My mom and I went to karaoke actually when you guys were hanging out with my dad. We were at karaoke, and that's always tons of fun. Mom always brings in the crowd with her I Will Survive.
Wow.
Sorry, I feel like I cut you guys off. What were you talking about?
Oh, we were
Bad.
saying we'd have a channel called Cult Kids. No.
Kids.
Cult
Yeah,
Race
definitely.
Kids. No.
If you guys, if either of you guys do have a channel, we'll promote it.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
no problem.
I don't really. I think I'd be boring channel.
Well, you know, start by going on a couple.
Hospital worker with 4 stepchildren, like has a channel.
You never know,
I
though.
don't know.
You never know. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, no. I don't think none of us thought that we'd ever have. I know I didn't.
Well, I know it's funny to see my dad now. He's like, "Oh, I might start a channel." And he likes to talk though. He'd have a good like informative, like almost like a TED Talk type channel where he just like spews all this great information, and you just intently listen. You know, like. He's really a good storyteller, so I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
Mom
he was great.
sing. I don't know if I want to sing. No,
Oh yeah, our mom wants us to play a song.
He doesn't even have a guitar on him, does he? I don't see one.
She
Just
wants
a
me to-
dog.
She wants me to get Dad's guitar.
Was that the Never In, Never, Never In? That's a good name.
Never ends.
Definitely. Yes, they do.
No,
Yes,
I
they
mean,
do.
yeah, it definitely wasn't. I mean, it wasn't Scientology, but it wasn't like a normal. And I don't blame my parents. It was just, it's what they met in. It's what we grew up in. And it was weird. I just remember like being 10 and leaving. And the only thing I was mad about was that I left my favorite baby doll there. And my mom was like, we can never go back and get it. We're never going to get back. And
Wow.
man, that was a bigger loss than all the friends I'd known my whole life. Let me tell you.
Wow.
That's probably my biggest memory from leaving. But that would be like a story for another day. That would probably take a little while and longer than anyone has. But
Yeah,
Awesome
definitely.
was little.
So,
Austin, once you get past the what do I do, how do I do it, creating for YouTube is fun and actually pretty easy. Did I miss? Are you guys doing a YouTube channel, or I don't know?
I think it was like a suggestion.
Well, I
That
do.
you entertained.
Yeah, I do have a channel, but I don't use it. Well, I got a couple. I got one for the band. I got one for me, and I haven't really done anything.
Okay.
Yeah, but what about? I'm just thinking out loud here. What if you had like one of your friends or anyone tape your gigs, and like that would be a stream. Each one of
Yeah.
those.
He actually had like a group of guys from the UK or whatever that came and recorded one of his shows.
Well, yeah. So
Oh wow.
Even
there
with
was
a
this
cheap-
gig a few months back that where we had professional sound and professional videography and everything. And these people didn't answer us for months. This was back in April. They didn't answer us for months. We emailed before the video shoot and before the gig.
How old are we?
But we didn't, we didn't hear back from them until about a month ago. And they said, hey, just so you know, we haven't forgotten. We've been really busy, but we'll get the video out. It came out great. So we're waiting for some professional video to come back to us. But
that's
we
cool.
did film
But I mean,
something.
you don't even need a professional video. Just anyone with a cell phone, and that's a stream. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's about all you need. But she started bringing up that story, so I was like,
oh yeah. No, that's even better if it's professional.
So we have some stuff going on in the comments. Somebody asked how old we are. I don't know. Okay, somebody guess how old we are.
Oh, we're gonna make a game out of it.
So I'm 2.5 years older than Austin, but right now we appear to be 3 years apart, right? Your birthday's in October. That's when you turn the next age. Okay. So you got,
the
I guess,
1st of October.
Yes, October 1st. I just had a birthday in April. I would consider it to be like a milestone birthday. Like the first one. Anyways, who else has stuff? What are you guys up to on this? What is it, Monday night? How was your Monday? Our impressions of religions. Oh, geez. How much time do you guys have?
Yeah, it's a tough question.
Right? I think that, honestly, I'd love to hear from the guys on that as well. I'd love to almost hear from you guys first before I answer that. 30 and 27. No, I mean, you're a little up there. I turned 25 in April, and Austin will be 23 on October 1st, right? Okay, yes. And then our little brother, our baby brother, is going to be 22 in December.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. 21 and 18. Oh, God, no. I have an 18-year-old stepdaughter. But that's a story for another time. 22 and 24. Close. Yeah, very close. He's 22. I'm 25, so close. Opinions on religion. Clearwater Chad. What do you think on that one?
I don't really practice any religion, so yeah.
No.
I was brought up Catholic, but yeah, that's a tough question.
Right. You're trying to stump us now. I'm surprised that one honestly wasn't from my mom. We're getting drowned out by some music here.
Yeah, it's alright.
It almost takes over it's hard to hear anything else. It's good though.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's very good.
No.
Very, very good.
I don't care. All right, wait. Now I lost. The chat is hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
I laugh just like my mom. Yeah, I can't help it.
Oh, be
I
Baron.
have to laugh from somewhere, right? It's funny because Austin and I look just like my mom. Like we have the same hair. When I don't keep it up like this, we have really curly hair, same color, same eyes as my mom.
Curlier.
That's I cut mine. The shorter it is, the more it curls. I recently decided it was too hot and just literally cut off 8 inches of my hair after not having hair cut for 6 years.
Wow.
You ever just say hey, fuck it? Oh, sorry. Is that?
It's okay.
No,
it's okay.
you're all good.
We're deep in
Okay.
B. Barron says, Marilyn, your kids are cooler than anyone I've seen on YouTube in a while. I agree.
Oh, thank you. We try. This is honestly my first time, so.
That's cool.
Oh, now it's showing the Dimebag Daryl.
Have you ever listened to Dimebag Daryl? Yes, yes. All right, Oz, what do you have? Can you guys, there's no delay, right? You can hear us well?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Because if you ever try to listen to somebody singing or playing with a delay, it's almost agonizing. So I just wouldn't want to do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have for us, Austin?
What do you want to do?
Unless you guys want to talk about something.
Somebody had a question here a minute or two ago. Now I just lost it. I'll try looking for it, but
yeah, we kind of bombed on the religion question. I don't know
we did. No, we all
should
did.
we answer that? Should we? Because it was for us. Quick summarization.
Which
What
is
was it? What was our opinions on religion?
Oh, my opinion
Yeah.
on religion.
If
Yep.
you want to answer it, yeah.
Well, we might as well. I don't want anybody to feel like we're like
Oh,
avoiding it. I mean, it's a tough
It's
question.
just a tough
It's honestly
question.
one-
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably come up with a quick, like, it would be a video for another time for sure to get into
Yeah.
it. But summarization, Austin.
summarization. Oh man. See, I could try to get deep with it, but the bottom line for me, like, as far as I view it and as far as I live, I'm not subscribed to anything specific at this moment. That's the way
Good
that I
answer.
feel about it.
I am not big on organized religion. I think it's probably because of how I was like raised that I really just kind of strayed away from it. I did in the last couple of years take my stepkids to church a few times, and that was just enough for me. But I wasn't deep involved. I just couldn't really do that. It just didn't feel right. But I do. I believe that there's a higher power. But anything super ultra organized or you have to spend all your time involved in or monetary donations. That's not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's reasonable considering what you guys went through.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you have for us, Austin? Oh,
What do you
I
want
think
to do?
Mom's on
You want
here.
to sing one together, or
I
you want
could.
to sing a solo too?
It's up to you. I mean, we have some that we do pretty good, but you want to do. I mean, there's one that we do together that's really the harmonies are good and it's short and sweet and cute and
What is it?
works. When we do, I mean, Pretty Woman's pretty much a banger. We always nail.
Oh man, it's not as good without the bass line though. I mean, we could do it.
Yeah, but our other brother is quitting on us tonight. I don't know where he is. He's probably sleeping. He's leaving.
No, last I saw him, I was helping him. I was trying to help him unlock his car through the window. There's a
The
little crack in
third
his
time
window.
in a week, he's locked himself out of his
Yeah, he
car.
locked the keys in the car. And so I was helping him do that earlier, and then I came up here because I'm having car problems, and my dad and I are going to work on it.
Oh, nice. Well, not nice, but
Yeah, some father-son bonding time. That's
yeah,
okay.
no, yeah, that part of it's
Crappy
nice.
cards.
Absolutely.
Does your guitar gently weep?
From time to time. Wait. It sounds like it's crying a little bit, right? I don't know. I was trying something.
Sure, Austin. Sure it does.
Yep.
All right, she wants to do some Roy Orbison. There's a song that we've done before.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
Woman, everyone knows it.
I don't think anybody knows who it's by. I mean, maybe they do, but personally, I cannot tell you who it's by, but I know the name of it and all the words, so.
Hey, that's all you need to know, really.
Yep.
You want to start? Or...
Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, kinda like to me, pretty woman. I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one can look as good as you. Mercy. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me, pretty woman? Come and help us see, pretty woman. You're lovely as me, and you're lonely just like me.
It's based on the words that
Is it a big copyright? I don't think so. Pretty woman, stop a while. Pretty woman, talk a while. Pretty woman, give your smile to me. Pretty woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty woman, look my way. 'cause I need you. I'll treat you right. Come with me, baby. Be mine tonight. Pretty woman, don't walk on by. Pretty woman, don't make me cry. Pretty woman, don't walk away. If that's the way it must be, okay. I guess I'll go on home. It's late. There'll be tomorrow night. But wait, what do I see? Is she walking back to me? Yeah, she's walking back to me. Oh, pretty woman.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
That's great. Oh, thank you.
I don't believe it's a copyright because it wasn't their actual, recording. So I think that covers are allowed. There are covers of every song on YouTube. Ever.
Oh, okay. Even if
So
it is whatever. Yeah.
I don't think you guys have anything to worry about. I think it's only if you use the actual recording without mentioning it or giving credit.
Although, unless it's the Eagles, they'll really crack down. Henley's he's a bit of an ass.
Didgeridoo with Pretty Woman doesn't really work that well.
Well, we had a last week we had one on they copyrighted a track. I'm like, I don't even think we did any music at all.
Oh,
they're kind of ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. We don't care.
Listen, there are far worse things on YouTube. We all know that, especially with the recent days.
Right. Yeah,
certain people in there saying certain things. I think that we really don't.
Yeah, that's not an issue.
If other people can't get in trouble for the things they've said,
I know, right?
We're singing songs. They're making threats.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
It doesn't sound a lot. Yeah, it doesn't copyright strike. Family Harmony's best. Oh, we got a lot of thank you, everybody, for everything you said. That was sweet and nice. Austin does it for a living because he loves that. It's not that I don't love it, but for me, it's fun. And if you turn something to a job, at least for me, then it just doesn't become fun anymore. So I like to get out and sing and have fun with it, do my day job, whatever. I I have a certain amount of professional enthusiasm for it, but it's not my, something I really love to do to relax and have fun. So that's music, and I like to keep it fun.
It's great.
Roy Orbison isn't a Scientologist. I don't think they'll fair game you. So there we go. We're good.
There we go. So we're safe, right? Kiddos too.
It's all good.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if covers count. That's a good question, but
Yeah.
I mean, you ever see all those spoofs and covers out there? They're pretty popular. So, but
Like a parody?
yeah,
Or
but
just
not only
covers?
parodies, but there's covers. I used to follow this group. It was a group of sisters that just covered every song.
Oh yeah. Well, on
With the
YouTube,
names,
it's
yeah.
all over YouTube. I mean,
Yeah.
the only,
If we were playing it,
like the Eagles
Yeah.
were a great example. If I put Hotel California on in the background, gone, done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't know if, I know some artists will come at you even if you cover their songs. Most of them don't.
But I think YouTube has, in my opinion, because I get the little notices, they have whatever you call it, like a machine that does it, and then if it flags it, they have a person review it. And that's what I gather out of their words.
Their little algorithm thing.
Yeah. And like I said,
if you sound a lot like the original, like if you sound like Dead On, maybe. There was a voice
I
actor.
consider that a compliment.
Right.
Yeah.
I forget who the voice actor was. There was a guy that made a spoof rock album where he was doing songs in the style of other artists, and he was imitating their voices. And he did it with I think it was the guy from Journey, and he came after him because he thought that he used the guy's real voice to make these songs and put it on his album when really he was imitating him. So they went to court and he had to prove that it was him imitating the voice of this iconic rock singer. Yeah, that was a crazy thing. But if you sound too much, so like there is kind of a benefit. Like if you suck and you're trying to sound like the original guy and you're not doing a good job, then no one will come after you and you're good. So there's a benefit to not being very good. But then if you're really good, then, you know, if you're trying to sound like them. I mean, you can be good and try to make it sound a little different. But
Yeah.
that's the smartest thing to do.
Burke has some good advice here. Have fun and don't worry about it until it's an actual issue. Agreed. And I don't even think we're worried about it now. So
No, we're not. It's not. I'd worry about the other thing about where they could take your channel down. That's not that.
This is
Mom
not
said
good
an
at all.
original
No,
that's not copyrighted.
Yeah.
I was way behind in the chat because I was like, "Mom, are you out there?" And she'd been commenting for a while. Do an original. I don't know. I feel like people are probably sick of us and our music by now, right?
Yeah, probably. But you know what sucks is like if we did, like say if we did an original, it's not copyrighted, and somebody saw this who was also a musician who could take it to the next level.
Oh.
Then they get copyright claims.
I
could do something with this. Let me
Yeah,
take this
true.
No.
Not that
you guys got a point.
It's not that it's not worth it, but how many people post their originals on YouTube? Probably like everyone and their brother.
Yeah, true.
So if there was an internet troll,
What if
which
they
we all know there's some YouTubers out there that might be this crazy, they could go through and, you know, pick apart songs that they like and try to steal them. But I think that there's so much out there.
Do I know why Kurt Cobain's guitar sounded so unique? Sorry.
That's fine. That's a good question.
No, I read it and I had to do it out loud. So, all I know about Kurt Cobain's guitar is that he mainly played a Fender
Mom's
Jaguar.
requesting stuff. Oh, we
But I
got
know
a
for the
super
Never-Mind
chat! Yay!
Yeah.
Is that what it means when you get money? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it says
I'm
$5.
very new to this.
You know, you and I each were $2.50 richer.
Ooh, no, I think it's just mom's. Mom gets more.
But Kurt Cobain's guitar.
Oh, yes, focus.
I gotta finish that real quick. So, all I know is that he played a Fender Jaguar, and then for the Nevermind album, what had happened? So when they recorded the guitar tracks, they did all kinds of doubles where they used different pedals and different amplifiers for each guitar track. So then Jesus Christ. So you layer all this. Am I gonna get taken down for saying that? All right.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're all good.
As long as you didn't say Hail Xenu, we're good.
Yeah.
Hail Xenu.
Hail Xenu.
No, don't say that.
No, wait, no, I can't have a dog and a guitar. That's too much. I can't handle it.
Multitasking.
No, not
He
happening.
plays guitar now.
Jeez. That poor dog.
Yeah.
So anyways, do I know why it sounded so unique? I can guess it has something to do with the production. If you're thinking about Nevermind specifically, it depends on that. You know, the production of that album, the way that guitar sounded so fat, is they were moving the microphone on the cabinet for every guitar track, and they layered all these tracks of different tones. So you blend all these tones, and you have different guitars playing the same riff. All of a sudden, you get this nice, rich, you know, it's like a choir. It's amazing. So, you know, maybe that has something to do with it.
So Free Xenu Project's answer is he used piano strings in his guitar.
Did he?
I don't know. That's I trust Free Xenu Project, but
Wow.
I haven't Googled it. I don't know. Yeah.
I never heard that before, but that's interesting. I know. See, when it comes to people using, you know, different strings, like in the music industry, like famous people like Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, guys like that. He used really thick gauge strings, and then you got Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. They use really thin ones. So it's like usually the gauges that I hear about, but I never heard about using piano strings on a guitar.
Interesting.
The second response from Free Xenu Project is Yes.
Kind of.
Nice. That's
Oh, is
cool.
that about the guitar tones and the layering?
Yeah. Oh, did we lose Stephen Britton? Steve Britton, have a good night, bud.
Have a good night.
Steve Brennan.
Oh, so that first answer though is he used piano strings as well. So he was agreeing to what you said and then adding to it the piano strings. I got you.
Oh.
So,
Mhm.
I need 5 minutes. So.
Okay. She's leaving me to entertain.
Nice.
It's like entertain them. I don't know where my mom went. Wait, we got an empty seat. We got to get Marilyn back.
yeah.
Mom.
That was just me and you, Austin.
What was
That's
it?
all good. That was just me and you.
Oh, he left.
Oh, he'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Rokes.
Sorry about that. I did an Aaron Smith 11 and bumped the wrong button and kicked myself out of the stream. So
It says no problem. Let's see. I'm gonna read the super chat. It says, "This for you two kids, not your mom. You're the best." Thanks for the super chat.
so somebody gets $5 and somebody gets $4.99.
Nice.
I'll let you guys fight over that.
Sorry, I just need a quick smoke and then I'll be back. Oh no,
Jeez.
where'd it go?
Oh, there it is.
You pulled 11 Smith, Angela says.
So,
You pulled 11 Smith.
I did. I kicked myself
What do
out.
we do now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kicked myself out of the chat.
I can't
Thanks,
sing
Julie.
like Haley.
Thanks, Julie.
oh, are you listening in the other room?
Yeah.
Julie, thanks for your help.
The sound?
Okay.
Julie's leaving
Oh,
us.
have a
do
good
it
night,
the karaoke.
Juliana.
Thanks
we're
for your
doing
help,
drunk
Julie.
karaoke.
Oh, good night, honey.
Juliana, we're all in this together.
You guys,
Yeah, she's an hour later.
we're all in this together.
She was
Oh,
gone.
you still have
and
7 more
she came
people in your
back.
chat. Oh my god.
What's going on?
74.
I can't believe you still have 74 people that are watching.
I think that's all of us together.
Well, I
Is
know.
it?
That's what I'm saying. Is like there's
Oh,
still
Oh
people
yeah,
here.
that's good.
You guys-
I know that's good.
Are you guys getting tired, or you want to keep going for a while? It's been a couple hours.
It's up to you guys.
Well, if we do this for another 30 minutes, then we can, or at least 20-ish or so, then we'll be closer to when Sleeping with Steve-O starts. So,
Oh,
All right.
there we go. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Sounds
Sleeping
good.
with Steve-O. Yeah. He keeps his thing on all night.
Should I start some nice little mellow bedtime music for him?
Well, let's do well, Haley's gone, so when she comes back, you can do real music. But you want to do a drunken karaoke with me?
Drunken karaoke.
Okay. How about?
Oh, you want me to play it on
You want to do it? Okay. I definitely won't get a copyright strike because it's not going to sound like the person. You ready for this?
All right.
Okay.
Oh, before we do that quick, we're continuing the Kurt Cobain legacy here. He had to modify his guitar with a steel backing so he could string the piano strings tight enough. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting.
Cobain did
Wow.
that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that he had it in him to get that specific with his instrument.
This is
Not-
my man.
not to
This is
discredit
my
Cobain.
guy. Free Xenu project. He knows stuff.
Wow.
It surprised me though.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I don't doubt it, but it's surprising.
Here's a little bit more. He would put a steel plate along the back of the neck so he could string it tight enough to play it with piano strings. Look at the video; they are massive strings. I'm gonna go back and check it out because I had no idea before. So
Yeah, I never heard that. I gotta see that.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went through a huge Nirvana phase, and I watched a bunch of videos about Kurt Cobain. Never heard about that, so I'm really blown away.
Wow.
And he's not kidding either. He really was obsessed with them. He actually drew a picture. He's Austin's like an amazing sketch artist too. He drew a picture of Kurt Cobain, kind of like his profile with a cigarette. It looks just like him. It's amazing.
Wow.
Really is.
Wow.
I looked up some stuff on YouTube. I'm not seeing it.
No.
But maybe on Safari. I'll check it out at some point.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
I guess, but I feel weird because we're talking about Nirvana, and this is completely different than Nirvana.
Sweet. There it is.
Nice.
Oh, did I knock your headphone out?
You can say Marilyn remembers Nirvana from the first time around.
Yeah, I had to sneak to listen to it because I was like,
Wait,
well,
that's
I was
when you were at
between
Door of
cults.
Hope. Did
Well,
they let you hear
yeah,
it?
a little bit. Yeah, because it started out before I went in, and then once I went in, I had to sneak. But then I got really indoctrinated, so I didn't listen to anything for like many years.
Sorry.
Oh,
I knocked it out again. I'm gonna try to play guitar with a.
He's got my spoon. He's got the wooden
With
spoon.
the spanking spoon. Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
Don't wreck the guitar.
I'll go gentle. Oh no, that ain't working.
Do something fancy. Do something fancy.
Fancy?
Yeah. Like what's that? Like not Wipe Out, but the other one.
Oh, the other surfer tune.
Surfer tune? Okay.
No, it's
Oh, do
Dick
Chance?
Dale. It's Dick Dale. Is the fucking. Oh shit! I forgot how one. There it is. Something like that. I totally fucked it up.
That was great.
Please have a seat. Scoot over.
So Mar-
All right, I'll let you
Marilyn,
sit here.
Marilyn,
Yeah.
question for you. Did other people sneak to do things together you weren't supposed to, like music and stuff? When you were in the cult, was there a lot of...
Oh, did other people sneak to do things together you weren't supposed to do? Like music and stuff?
Good question.
I'm not sure if that's like a euphemism for something else. Maybe in the beginning, but like I said, I mean, we were so indoctrinated, and we were there, kind of like what Janice said earlier about like we wanted to do the right thing, so we were there for like the quote right reasons, where we didn't want to mess up, because one insidious thing that the cults do to you is they make you wear your own prison warden, right? You're your own, like your conscience is so tender, is what they say, where you don't, like, if you're trying to hide something, kind of like the auditing thing and the set checks and stuff, they'll find it. It's like God sees you, the cult will see you, they'll get it out of you. So you don't really want to do anything that you're gonna have to confess. And later on, I mean, we were called on the carpet for things we didn't do. So it's like always this striving for perfection, and the tightening of the belt, tightening of the noose, so to speak. So, yeah, I guess the short answer is some, but no-ish. No-ish. Anybody that did stuff like that usually booted, pretty quick. So, yeah.
Wow.
So Austin could just sit here during the next chat-a-thon and just play in the background.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's got my insomnia thing. Like, he's got his days and nights mixed up. Right?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely do have that. I'm up all night,
Yeah.
all the time. No, not all the time. Not when I have to get up early. I will try. I'll try to get up early.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But I like to be, awake all night, sleep all day.
Yeah, your
Until I
prime work
wake
rate.
up.
Yeah,
Then when I wake up and the sun's going down, that's kind of depressing, but you get used to it.
you're probably more creative that way and working, your hours you want to work.
Yeah. That's
It's got to be
true,
hard
because-
though when you want to play music and it's late at night and you're like, damn it, I got to be quiet because of the neighbors and whatnot.
Yeah. That was
That's what
my
I thought.
biggest problem. Well, so, now my living situation, there's not a lot of, I don't have any like nearby neighbors, but the people I live with, my brother and my girlfriend, they don't want to be up all night when I do. So I got to keep it down. But when I lived with my parents, it was, they like to take their naps. So then it was like, it was all
We're
night.
old.
It was all night. And then when I woke up, they took a nap as soon as I woke up at 3:00 in the afternoon. That was nap time. So I'm up all night and I'm like, I can't play music. I'll do it tomorrow. I wake up tomorrow, they're napping. Can't do it.
Well, he could play his acoustic guitar anytime, but he wanted to plug in and do
some
his crazy stuff.
Electric guitar stuff, yeah.
But now they live over a restaurant that has like all kinds of events and stuff.
And
So
they have music, they have live music, and if you try to compete with it, it'll bleed through. So I can't, I don't know. I think I had it better living with my parents, honestly. I could make more noise even with that whole nap time thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, question from Pete Jensen. I don't know if there's an answer to this. How are you so creative?
how are you so right on the screen?
Is that for me?
Yes.
That's for you, yeah.
Oh.
You want to tell a little bit of your story?
Oh, geez. Oh, man. Sure. So, I was kind of a punk when I was about 13, and I got expelled. I'm not going to bore you with those details, but, in the process of getting expelled, and, they took me to court a few times because I was crazy. I was doing a lot of stupid crap I shouldn't have been doing. Anyways, I was sent to a private school up in Vermont. It was kind of a special school, and, but it was great. There was they had a lot of programs that were kind of tailored to the kids, and there weren't a lot of kids at that school. So, although the staff did get annoying at times because there were so many of them, like the staff to student ratio is probably like 2 staff per 5 students or something like that. So, you were constantly monitored. So that was annoying, but they were very attentive and they were very, great when it came to helping you with your interests. So mine, when I first went into it, I didn't know what mine was, but they had all these programs and they had like a music program, and I went and, got into that. So basically the music program, so this school is on a farm, right? In the middle of Vermont, southern Vermont. Well, their music program, so up the road was another farm that belonged to none other than Luis Guzman. If you guys know who that is, he's an actor, right? But none of us knew who he was at the time. None of us students did. But he owned a farm down the street, and he had a barn full of music equipment. He had drums, drum kits, and pianos, and basses, and guitars, microphones, and a PA, and all this stuff. And they would bring the Kindle Farm kids, to that place to go and, jam out in his garage, and he would come in, or his barn, and he would come and like show us stuff. So he taught me, the first thing I ever learned was a basic 4/4 drum beat. And I didn't know who he was until a buddy of mine from that school was like, "Hey, you see the new Wednesday series? I think Luis is in that." He's like, "Remember Luis?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And then he was like, "We jammed at his barn." "Oh, yeah." So then I put it together. I'm like, "Oh, man, this guy's in so much stuff." He was on the Eric Andre show, and I was watching interviews with him. I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." I had no idea who that guy was, but he was so cool, he just showed me all this stuff, and he was talking about music, and he was really like, there's a lot of passion in it when he's telling me about it. I'm like, this guy's cool. I knew there was something to him, but I didn't know he was like in showbiz, because he's, you know, he's out in the middle of nowhere living a private life. You never know, you know, you never know what people are doing outside of that. You know?
Very cool.
Very cool.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Luis Guzman. That's kind of neat.
Mhm.
That's
Isn't
a lot
it
neat.
awesome?
Yeah.
I didn't believe it at first. I was like, that's who that was.
Yeah.
But that was
Wow.
him. It was the guy, you know, and I was just a stupid 15-year-old. You know, I was very socially awkward and like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And he was super chill. He was a very calming presence. He's like, oh, no, hop on the drum, kiddo. I'll show you something.
Nice.
He's like, count to 4 with the hi-hat and then throw 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a kick drum. And then you put the snare in there and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So he taught me all that stuff. And looking back, I'm like, that's who that was. Who would have thought?
Yeah, Austin pretty much taught himself to play a lot of different instruments, and he would lay down a track and just do his own recordings of his own music. And he has an older, right? You have your older YouTube channel with all your stuff you don't like to play out,
Oh, yeah.
but he would practice like 5 hours a day, you know, pretty much every
Wow.
day for years.
Wow.
So
Definitely paid
he's-
off.
yeah, he's had a lot of older musicians have come to me and said, I can't even touch him, you know, and I think it's, I mean, he definitely didn't get any musical talent from me or even his dad. Maybe it skipped a generation, but I think it's a part, you know, you do have a little, like some latent talent, but also he's put in his, what they call it, 10,000 hours, you know. You want to put something up? Oh, you want me to put that one up? Put a question. Simply good. Austin, what kind of guitars do you usually play? What is that, Strat?
I'm a Gibson guy. Gibson Les Paul. All the way.
Nice.
Is that the one that Slash plays?
Yeah, so I actually bought it's kind of a replica of a replica of a replica. Because of the 59 Les Paul, iconic guitar, 1959. There was a luthier in California in the 80s, or maybe 70s. Anyways, before Guns N' Roses, and he would make replicas of these 59 Les Pauls, and he tried something new one year. He put the Alnico 2 Seymour Duncan pickups in it, you know, and changed a couple of things, but kept it mostly true to the original 59 Les Paul. Anyways, he made this replica, and it ended up in a shop in L.A., and at the time that Guns N' Roses was recording Appetite for Destruction, Slash's guitar tech was looking for a guitar for Slash to use because he wasn't satisfied with any of the ones he had at the time. And in the store window, he saw one for, what was it? Probably about $1,200. And it was a replica of a Gibson. So it wasn't a real Gibson. But, you know, years later, after the success of Slash and Guns N' Roses and Appetite for Destruction and everything like that, so that guitar was the one that he used. And years later, you got Gibson making replicas of this guitar that was a replica of one of theirs.
Wow.
Because they tried to.
That is so funny.
Yeah, they tried to replicate something that was a mock version of their thing. I mean, not really a mock.
Oh, you talked about
Yeah.
Christmas?
Oh, yeah, I did.
That is funny.
That's really cool.
It is.
Wow.
Can I have it?
That's amazing.
But,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Here's from Free Xenu Project. When I met Dimebag Daryl and his girlfriend, she told me he's always playing. More nights than not, he'd jump out of bed out of a dead sleep, hit record, and play something 5 or 6 times.
wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's the first half. And then go back to sleep. When he woke up, he'd play it and play around with it half a day sometimes. So practicing all the time is key. He'd even dream about sounds and how to make sounds. So cool.
Yeah, I often feel like I don't play enough. Maybe I should keep one by my bedside.
Yeah, but you used to play all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
You got a girlfriend. Oh, mom's a real MVP. She brought me more wine.
Whoa.
If you get me another one of these. Thanks, Mom.
This is one she was saying that's what moms are for. To the tune of that's what friends are for.
Purple Groovy says the first time she saw Luis Guzman was in the movie Ghost.
That's a little.
Luis was around a lot in the 90s.
That's dating. Yeah. It's funny because he was big in the 90s, and then I feel like he kind of fell off in the 2000s a little bit, and then in the last few years he's definitely resurfaced in a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Like he was in the Wednesday series, was awesome. I love that series. It was so cool.
I never saw it. I just remember
I
a friend
feel
of mine
like
from the school.
I like Wednesdays almost my spirit animal. Like
Sinfully Good. An old boyfriend I had was a professional guitarist, made me appreciate good guitar players and their guitars. Absolutely.
Yep.
I didn't know anything about different guitars. I thought there was electric and acoustic, and that was where it ended. And then he definitely educated me on that. I mean, this kid has more guitars than I have.
I don't have that many.
Nice.
He has quite a few. He likes to collect different kinds. Oh, she brought him a beer. Mom and the beer.
Nice.
There you go.
She wanted us to play a song, and I'm like, well, if you get me a chorus.
Nice.
So I got a chorus, everybody.
Nice.
Hey, Mom.
What?
So my buddy Griff wants a calzone. Can you
You said you're
That's
gonna take
funny.
we're gonna take over the crochet league.
Oh, I could go for a calzone.
No, that's Chino Bambino's going to take down the channel. We'll get to him. Chino Bambino's pissed.
Mom, whip up some pizza.
That's a good one.
Calzones.
Well, I heard Griff Calzone was telling me, I was talking to him the other day, we're good buddies, we go way back.
I hear, yeah.
Our buddy Gino Bambino, he had a lot to say, and I don't know, Griff wasn't too happy with him.
About a tea canoe.
Maybe.
We'll get to him.
Maybe they could do videos back and forth. Maybe.
Yeah. No, I
Part
love
of your
to see him.
channel.
I'll try to get him on here.
Yep.
I got his number here. I'll work something out.
All right, cool. That's how you get something going. Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got a whole group chat.
Here, our channel buddy Joel McCoy is asking the question. I'm 68, old man. Oh, Joel. I make more noise than music, but I have a 58 Strat and a 53 Tele Fender guy. Old stuff is good. You agree? I think we already probably answered that question, but yeah.
I mean, it's happened in every industry over time where, the quality of anything, metal, even plastics.
Cars.
Cars. They're pushing out more quantity than quality. And I don't think that the music industry or, the brands that make instruments, I don't think they differ at all when it comes to that. I think the quality of everything is decreased. And, the pride that goes into making a quality product versus the pride that goes into pumping out a bunch of it, no matter whether it's shit, they're still buying it anyways. And we're billionaires and we're going to go buy a new island. That's all they really care about nowadays. Back in the day, they wanted to make a name. They made that name. Now they're, you snooze, you lose. You bought the good stuff years ago. Grandpa had it and now it's rusted out. Now buy this bullshit that sucks.
That's literally how it is with new cars. So my uncle, when was Uncle Al born? 1962?
No, 61. He's
61.
got a 61
He has
Bug.
a 61 Volkswagen Bug. And it's born the same year he was. And he still drives that thing. He got it when he was 16. Now, I've had a Jeep for 6 days. And we've already got a bad trunk sensor rattling when you back up. The oil thing, the cover underneath the body fell off. I'm like, holy crap. They don't make things the way they used to. For sure. My 2013 Volkswagen Jetta was it ran great until it got a little banged up and had to be replaced. But I don't know. I feel like the newer they are, the crappier they are.
Sure.
We're hilarious. Oh, thank you. buy this bullshit that sucks. That's what they do. You go into a car. You know what they do when you go into a car dealership? You say, "Hey, I want this, but it's $19,080.
Buy
Can you
this
take
bullshit
that
that
80
sucks."
off?" And they go, "No, I can't take that 80 off, but I can sell you this warranty for $60 extra a month, and you're gonna be covered for 6 years. You really want this warranty?" And you're like, "Oh, okay." And then they got you on the hook. That's exactly what happened to me and my dad. And it was like, "Oh, I can't do that because my boss only has $50 in markup on it, and he won't make any money."
Wow.
Meanwhile, he's getting a big commission. We need to come up with a business like that.
Yeah.
We'll write this song for you at a 80,000% markup.
Oh, have I ever played a 12-string? Yeah, I played a 12-string. You know what I haven't played? I want to play one of those double necks, like those Gibson double necks. They kind of look like an SG.
Yeah.
But there's 2 headstocks and, an extended body. Well, anyways, I want to play one of those because on the bottom you get the 6 strings like this one. And then on the top neck, you got the 12. It'd be a pain to buy all those strings all the time, though, if you were to play that at every gig. Instead of replacing 6 strings, you're replacing, 24?
Wow.
Or no, I did bad math.
6 and 12, 18. 18.
12?
18. Yeah. Still ridiculous.
I multiplied it by 4.
Math has never been a strong suit.
Yeah, you gotta use Aaron's line. Aaron says, "Sorry if I don't know math. I grew up in a cult."
Exactly.
Right.
You know what? That's going to be my excuse through life from now on.
Yep.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
it's a
late,
good line.
boss. I was born in a cult.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not traffic was bad. I was born in a cult. Please excuse me. I mean, do you really want to ask about that? You really want me to elaborate? Because I'll bring it all up.
What are we bringing up?
Oh, when you tell your boss you were late because you grew up in a cult?
That's my answer.
Well, luckily, with Austin's job, they can't start without him, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, see, I have patients lining up. If I don't show up on time, they'll be a little mad. So, yeah. I mean,
That's
usually I
cool.
have a coworker, but she's going on vacation, so I have to.
You grew up in
Be
a
the
cult.
one.
Math wasn't important. Yeah.
So my mom homeschooled us till I was 9, and she did try. I knew basic math, but let's just say I wasn't like a math lead or anything. I couldn't do that.
Oh.
We weren't sports kids either. You should have seen us trying sports. It's quite sad, actually.
I think for the longest time we were bad at everything because we didn't believe in
Because we grew
ourselves.
up in a cult.
We didn't believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
But once I started believing myself, I could do anything.
Not sports.
You can't be good at everything.
No.
Not sports.
I don't do sports either. I'm not chasing
I'm
the ball
exaggerating
anyway.
now. Once you get to
We're
a certain point,
artsy, fartsy people. I got myself excused from the mile run for asthma. Like, I was not.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, not nice, but nice.
I was
I
always
couldn't
like
do
the
that.
last one.
It was the worst. No, I couldn't even do it. I would die first. No, I mean, we tried. I played softball. It wasn't the worst I could pitch. I just couldn't catch or anything else, So you couldn't be a pitcher without being able to catch, really. So that was it. What are you reading here? Grew up in a cult. Math was nonsense.
Here's a free Xenu project. The thing I miss about 90s metal is the amps they used. They would play those amps on 11 and you'd hear the sizzle of the tubes. Today they have so much tech to clean up the sound. You just miss the raw sound of sizzling tubes today. It's not as good in my opinion.
oh, I agree. I got a
Yeah.
tube amp. I use a tube amp all the time, man. That's the sound that I love.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. We're talking about used vehicles.
They
Luis
stink.
Guzman was also in a great show called Code Black a few years ago as Jessie the nurse. I didn't know that. Did not know that. He was in Carlito's Way. That was one of my favorites. Al Pacino. I can't remember his name. But yeah, Luis Guzman was in there. It was a good movie. He was also in the movie The Bone Collector with Denzel Washington. Oh. Let's see, what else do we have here?
I gotta watch some of these things. I don't think I've really watched much of the stuff that he's in.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I just really remember him from like, I don't know, the recent stuff. I remember from like, I don't know, my parents raised us on some older stuff. So even though we weren't born until late 90s and early 2000s, like we had pretty good exposure to like old movies and shows.
Yep.
Like, and terminology, because my dad is 64. So like a lot of the stuff that he says, like big words, old terms, you know. I'm really like spiritually, I'm like 40.
that's nice.
See, I fluctuate between feeling like a 5-year-old still and then feeling like I'm an old man when I wake up in the morning.
I don't know. I just
Wow.
probably consistently feel like 35 or 40. I mean, like my husband's 41. I have 4 stepkids. Oldest is 18. Youngest is 11. I work full time. I have 4 dogs, 6 right now. So it's
Wow.
busy life. And I have 5 chickens. That
And you work full time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I draw blood for Quest Diagnostics.
That's
I
cool.
work at like, you know, I don't know. You go to a place, get your blood drawn, you leave. You get a physical exam, leave. That's what I
Yep.
do.
Yeah, that's definitely. It's a good job.
Yeah, it's good.
Good
I went to school
job,
for a
not-
little while.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I used to work ICU in an emergency room. And let me tell you, that was a lot. I have a lot of
Oh, yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
I was the one who went in at 5 a.m. and woke you up and drew your blood and then worked ICU and ER for the rest of the day. Nobody liked me.
Wow.
But it was good. You know, I got all my exposure and experience there. So now I'm ready for anything.
Nice.
My next thing is I want to start my own business. I want to do mobile phlebotomy or travel. And I could get like contracts and travel around.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
you can document it on your YouTube channel.
Right? I always wanted
Yeah.
to be a PA because you don't have to be like, you know, LPN, RN, BSN, and then nurse practitioner. You can actually go straight from a bachelor's to a PA program. So I thought about that, but that'd be a bit of school. So for now, maybe travel.
Nice.
Wow.
The music man is spoken here.
That's very
I like
good.
it.
So, do you want to play that original tune that we do, and we can end it?
As long as you don't.
Yeah,
think
you guys want to play
anybody's
us out with that?
Sure. Or if my
Yeah.
mom wanted to come back,
They might be getting
Oh,
tired.
jammer in the camera with everybody. There's plenty of room there.
Where
Yeah,
is
then
she?
we'll all say
Mom.
goodbye.
But no, if you want to play, we've still got the outro to do. We want everybody to hear that awesome outro. So, but no, play. Let's do one more song and then we'll wrap it up.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
Cool.
Very good. Thank you.
You ready, Hill?
Yes, I was telling Mom to get in here. Oh, well, speaking of the devil.
Steve-O has his Sleeping with Steve-O program after this.
Oh, yeah. Sleeping with Zero.
Yeah, all the
For
ladies sleep with him on his channel all night.
ladies sleep with you on your channels?
What can I say?
So what can I say?
They'll play him out with that, and then they'll play your.
Do you like
or-
tell like lullaby stories, like goodnight stories, and sing lullabies?
No, I just turn the lights off. They get nice little mood lighting and music, and then everybody chats all night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What time do you start that one?
Whatever's coming up so midnight. So right after this. Yeah.
You ready?
Sorry, I got distracted by what Mom said.
It happens.
Yep.
She has an effect on people.
You ready?
Sorry, yeah, sorry, I'm very serious about
distraction. Trick yourself as well. Your closet's full of skeletons, but no one else can tell. Someday you'll know the truth. It's hiding in your brain. You know you've gotta change. Gotta find a way. Yeah. I know it ain't easy hiding all your shame. You're acting, no turning back, so play the evil game. You know it can't be good when regret is in the way. Could I ever try to make it right? I know some things don't just happen overnight. Candles out of my way to the dangers of the world. Blow them out, save me, I can't take this anymore. You know you've gotta change. Gotta find a way. Could I ever try to make it right? I know some things don't just happen overnight.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Is Chad
Something earlier.
fake smoking a pound or is he vape smoking a pound?
Big. That's a cigar, but it's not lit.
Oh, what kind of cigars do you smoke?
Oh, I don't really smoke them for real.
Oh, really?
It's a prop.
Yeah, it's a prop.
Oh,
It's a Clearwater Chad prop.
my husband smokes backwoods. I like to smoke them, but I don't smoke the tobacco inside of them. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, that was amazing.
No,
We're in
explain it
Massachusetts.
to us.
Oh, this stuff that's legal in Massachusetts, and you can go to like a liquor store type thing and get it everywhere on every corner.
Oh,
You
I'm
know,
from Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Oh,
Everything's legal in Colorado, right?
Pretty
oh,
much.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, jeez. So wait, take your glasses off. I know you can't see us, but we can see you. So when my mom doesn't dye her hair, we have the same color hair.
Yeah.
We have her hair and her eyes and her nose and her face shape.
I have her chin. Look at that.
Yeah. We all.
Oh, look at
like,
that. Yeah, you
all my
do.
mom's
Our
features.
Yeah.
baby pictures look
The
like I only
three
have
of
like
us look identical, pretty much. And then my dad and my brother came from like a different planet.
we're from
Blonde
TGF.
hair, blue eyes, like
They're
Yeah.
German.
shipped straight from Germany.
So thanks everybody.
Yeah, this was the
Oh,
best
yeah.
episode.
It was a great, yeah, it was a fun show
It's been a
tonight.
crazy night. It's been great.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we started with
sorry, we
Janice,
should go
we
over
end
mine.
with
Sorry.
the
No.
Great
home
music.
plan.
Great music. Great music, guys.
That was
I
wonderful.
feel like we covered some of the stuff. We talked about some cult stuff, so we still stayed within the topic.
Yeah, we'll come back
Oh, yeah.
on. You want to play the outro? I don't know how to do that.
I don't know
Yeah,
how to
no,
do
I
it.
got it. I'm all
Oh,
over
cool.
it. Yeah. So yeah. So once again,
We're glad to have met you guys too. Thank you. I
Yeah,
know we're
definitely.
super cute. No, I'm just kidding. I'm cute. Yeah. I
that's
told
right.
them.
Definitely, you guys
Wait,
are.
So
Happy
we'll
New Year's.
you know what I have to do
I'll
though?
play
I have to
it.
make
Yeah,
hold
we can
on. I
play
have to make
I
Big
got some-
Darren's comment go away here.
I want to show you the bass line to this real quick. I want to see if you can point this out. So when you listen to that outro song, see if you can find this. Ready? So that little riff there, that's the bass line. See if you can listen for it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Music Facts with Austin. New channel.
Nice. You guys have to have your own channel.
All right, everybody.
Yeah,
that's
that's
that's your
confirmed fact.
challenge.
Get a little
as we,
crowded. They need their own channel, right?
That's
Yeah.
good.
Put one in
Confirmed
the
fact,
chat.
yep.
I feel bad. We took over. I didn't hear a lick from these guys. But we'll catch
yeah,
up
no,
another time,
they,
guys.
they need their own channel and they need their own studio. I think too. Yeah, absolutely. But
He has
all
a
right.
band room. I might have I don't know. We'll see if Hero moves out. Maybe I'll have a room to do studio.
All right, let him play the outro.
all right. Thanks everybody.
All right.
Everybody
Nice
have
to
a
meet you
wonderful night.
guys.
Great to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Thank
you.
And boom.
Studio, yeah. Don't hit that yet.
Oops.
Just stay.
Very good. Very good.
I ended it.
I'm
Great
gonna just
show.
see what happens.